Ego Television High School Sports, brought to you by Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes, Corey, Pam, and the entire staff support the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today 628-6712. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity.
Lifetime Dental Care is devoted to helping you, your family, and friends achieve your healthiest and brightest smile. They are now accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 to schedule your appointment. They know every person's dental needs are unique, and that is why they offer you a comprehensive selection of treatment options in a comfortable and caring atmosphere. Dr. Lowe and his dental team want you to enjoy your visit. Lifetime Dental Care, accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 or see them at lifetimedentalcare.com.
Gut Shock Equipment, family owned since 1973. Choose from an incredible selection of products, including Arctic Cat. Stop dreaming, start riding. Always wear a helmet and don't drink and ride. Kurt Staub Agency, your American family insurance agent with locations in Hayes and Ellis. Just the right coverage for wherever your dreams take you. Bernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Bernie's Hamburger House, 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Rind Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Rind today. Cross Manufacturing, looking for a few good people to join their team. Apply today. Cross Manufacturing. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient and comfortable with quality products they stand behind. See them online at homesteelsiding.com.
Thank you for choosing to style Classic Quality Body Shop.
Classic Quality Body Shop has had the pleasure of serving this area since 1984. Much like a sports team, Shelton and his team have worked hard, grown together, and followed the playbook of taking care of customers to become one of the most highly regarded body shops in the area. Support your local team, whether on the field or when choosing who you do business with.
Thank you for choosing to style Classic Quality Body Shop.
See their ad in the Next Tech directory.
Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Steel Fabrications. Thirsties, before the game, during the game, and after the game. Enjoy great food and a great atmosphere. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Call or stop by today for all your real estate needs. Next Tech Wireless, avid supporters of local athletic programs, and have sponsored multiple school events. Are you ready for something different? See Next Tech Wireless. NCK Tech, North Central Kansas Technical College, is dedicated to being a leader in workforce development by maximizing value for students, employers, and communities. Log on to ncktc.edu to see what they can do for you. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years, Paul Wurtenberger Construction. Insurance Planning Incorporated, insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and AgPro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online today at HayesChevrolet.com.
Good morning.
Everyone in Hayes says you can clean anything, so can you get this tough stain out?
Grape jelly, we can get that out.
Wow, you guys really are good.
Master Cleaners in Hayes offers a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free pickup and delivery.
G&L Tire and Automotive. G&L Tire is proud to be voted #1 tire store by the people of Hayes since 2005. They've been a part of the community since 1997 and look forward to seeing you at 201 East 8th in Hayes. Walmart. Save money, live better, Walmart. Whiskey Creek Wood Fire Grill, where the fire's always burning. Whiskey Creek. Leon's Welding and Fabrication. From welding and fabrication to sandblasting and powder coating to supporting the community, you can always count on Leon's Welding and Fabrication. Commerce Bank. Here's the ones that rise to the challenge. Commerce Bank. Commercial Builders. On time, on target, on budget. Commercial Builders. Redeem Designs. Screen print, embroidery, design. Where you'll find better ideas, better designs, better people. Come experience the best. 2204 Vine and Hayes. Redeem Designs. James Motor Company. Proud to serve our new and used
service neighborhood like you. This is where our company live for everyone in our community. More feature-laden phone service, quality TV channels, all with the level of customer service you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communications. Our community connected.
Eagle Television High School Sports, brought to you by Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes, Corey, Pam, and the entire staff support the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today 628-6712. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity.
Lifetime Dental Care is devoted to helping you, your family, and friends achieve your healthiest and brightest smile. They are now accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 to schedule your appointment. They know every person's dental needs are unique, and that is why they offer you a comprehensive selection of treatment options in a comfortable and caring atmosphere. Dr. Lowe and his dental team want you to enjoy your visit. Lifetime Dental Care, accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 or see them at lifetimedentalcare.com.
Gut Shock Equipment, family owned since 1973. Choose from an incredible selection of products, including Arctic Cat. Stop dreaming, start riding. Always wear a helmet and don't drink and ride. Kurt Staub Agency, your American family insurance agent with locations in Hayes and Ellis. Just the right coverage for wherever your dreams take you. Bernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Bernie's Hamburger House, 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Rind Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Rind today. Cross Manufacturing, looking for a few good people to join their team. Apply today. Cross Manufacturing. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful. Energy efficient and comfortable with quality products they stand behind. See them online at homesteelsiding.com.
Thank you for choosing to style Classic Quality Body Shop.
Classic Quality Body Shop has had the pleasure of serving this area since 1984. Much like a sports team, Shelton and his team have worked hard, grown together, and followed the playbook of taking care of customers to become one of the most highly regarded body shops in the area. Support your local team, whether on the field or when choosing who you do business with.
Thank you for choosing to style Classic Quality Body Shop.
See their ad in the Next Tech directory.
Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Steel Fabrications. Thirsties, before the game, during the game, and after the game. Enjoy great food and a great atmosphere. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Call or stop by today for all your real estate needs. Next Tech Wireless, avid supporters of local athletic programs, and have sponsored multiple school events. Are you ready for something different? See Next Tech Wireless. NCK Tech, North Central Kansas Technical College, is dedicated to being a leader in workforce development by maximizing value for students, employers, and communities. Log on to nckTC.edu to see what they can do for you. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years, Paul Wurtenberger Construction. Insurance Planning Incorporated, insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family, value the price, remember the service. Insurance planning, IPI Financial Services, and AgPro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online today at HayesChevrolet.com.
Good morning.
Everyone in Hayes says you can clean anything. So can you get this tough stain out?
Grape jelly, we can get that out.
Wow, you guys really are good.
Master Cleaners in Hayes offers a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free pickup and delivery.
G&L Tire and Automotive. G&L Tire is proud to be voted #1 tire store by the people of Hayes since 2005. They've been a part of the community since 1997 and look forward to seeing you at 201 East 8th in Hayes. Walmart. Save money, live better, Walmart. Whiskey Creek Wood Fire Grill, where the fire's always burning. Whiskey Creek. Leon's Welding and Fabrication. From welding and fabrication to sandblasting and powder coating to supporting the community, you can always count on Leon's Welding and Fabrication. Commerce Bank. Here's the ones that rise to the challenge. Commerce Bank. Commercial Builders. On time, on target, on budget. Commercial Builders. Redeem Designs. Screen print, embroidery, design. Where you'll find better ideas, better designs, better people. Come experience the best. 2204 Vine in Hayes. Redeem Designs. James Motor Company. Proud to serve our hometown athletes. They have an excellent selection of new and used Buick, Cadillac, and GMC vehicles. See the good guys for the best deal around. James Motor Company, 13th and Main in Hayes.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood. Like you, this is where we live. In fact, our company is employee-owned, so it's our goal to improve the quality of life for everyone in our community by delivering faster, more reliable internet, clearer, more feature-laden phone service, quality TV channels, all with the level of customer service you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communications. Our community connected.
Eagle Television High School Sports, brought to you by Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes, Corey, Pam, and the entire staff support the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today 628-6712. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity.
Lifetime Dental Care is devoted to helping you, your family, and friends achieve your healthiest and brightest smile. They are now accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 to schedule your appointment. They know every person's dental needs are unique, and that is why they offer you a comprehensive selection of treatment options in a comfortable and caring atmosphere. Dr. Lowe and his dental team want you to enjoy your visit. Lifetime Dental Care, accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 or see them at lifetimedentalcare.com.
Gut Shock Equipment, family owned since 1973. Choose from an incredible selection of products, including Arctic Cat. Stop dreaming, start riding. Always wear a helmet and don't drink and ride. Kurt Staub Agency, your American family insurance agent with locations in Hayes and Ellis. Just the right coverage for wherever your dreams take you. Bernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Bernie's Hamburger House, 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Rind Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Rind today. Cross Manufacturing, looking for a few good people to join their team. Apply today. Cross Manufacturing. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful. Energy efficient and comfortable with quality products they stand behind. See them online at homesteelsiding.com.
Thank you for choosing to style classic quality body shop.
Classic Quality Body Shop has had the pleasure of serving this area since 1984. Much like a sports team, Shelton and his team have worked hard, grown together, and followed the playbook of taking care of customers to become one of the most highly regarded body shops in the area. Support your local team, whether on the field or when choosing who you do business with.
Thank you for choosing to style Classic Quality Body Shop.
See their ad in the Next Tech directory.
Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Steel Fabrications. Thirsties, before the game, during the game, and after the game. Enjoy great food and a great atmosphere. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Call or stop by today for all your real estate needs. Next Tech Wireless, avid supporters of local athletic programs, and have sponsored multiple school events. Are you ready for something different? See Next Tech Wireless. NCK Tech, North Central Kansas Technical College, is dedicated to being a leader in workforce development by maximizing value for students, employers, and communities. Log on to nckTC.edu to see what they can do for you. Paul Wertenberger Construction, design commercial, and live for business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance planning, IPI Financial Services, and AgPro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online today at HayesChevrolet.com.
Good morning.
Everyone in Hayes says you can clean anything. So can you get this tough stain out?
Grape jelly, we can get that out.
Wow, you guys really are good.
Master Cleaners in Hayes offers a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free pickup and delivery.
G&L Tire and Automotive. G&L Tire is proud to be voted #1 tire store by the people of Hayes since 2005. They've been a part of the community since 1997 and look forward to seeing you at 201 East 8th in Hayes. Walmart. Save money, live better, Walmart. Whiskey Creek Wood Fire Grill, where the fire's always burning. Whiskey Creek. Leon's Welding and Fabrication. From welding and fabrication to sandblasting and powder coating to supporting the community, you can always count on Leon's Welding and Fabrication. Commerce Bank. Here's the ones that rise to the challenge. Commerce Bank. Commercial Builders. On time, on target, on budget. Commercial Builders. Redeem Designs. Screen print, embroidery, design. Where you'll find better ideas, better designs, better people. Come experience the best. 22 Vine and Hayes. Redeem Designs. James Motor Company. Proud to serve our hometown athletes. They have an excellent selection of new and used Buick, Cadillac, and GMC vehicles. See the good guys for the best deal around. James Motor Company, 13th and Main in Hayes.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood. Like you, this is where we live. In fact, our company is employee-owned, so it's our goal to improve the quality of life for everyone in our community by delivering faster, more reliable internet, clearer, more feature-laden phone service, quality TV channels, all with the level of customer service you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communications. Our community connected.
Eagle Television High School Sports, brought to you by Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes, Corey, Pam, and the entire staff support the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today 628-6712. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity.
Lifetime Dental Care is devoted to helping you, your family, and friends achieve your healthiest and brightest smile. They are now accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 to schedule your appointment. They know every person's dental needs are unique, and that is why they offer you a comprehensive selection of treatment options in a comfortable and caring atmosphere. Dr. Lowe and his dental team want you to enjoy your visit. Lifetime Dental Care, accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 or see them at lifetimedentalcare.com.
Gut Shock Equipment, family owned since 1973. Choose from an incredible selection of products, including Arctic Cat. Stop dreaming, start riding. Always wear a helmet and don't drink and ride. Kurt Staub Agency, your American family insurance agent with locations in Hayes and Ellis. Just the right coverage for wherever your dreams take you. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Vernie's Hamburger House, 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Rind Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Rind today. Cross Manufacturing, looking for a few good people to join their team. Apply today. Cross Manufacturing. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful. Energy efficient and comfortable with quality products they stand behind. See them online at homesteelsiding.com.
Thank you for choosing to style Classic Quality Body Shop.
Classic Quality Body Shop has had the pleasure of serving this area since 1984. Much like a sports team, Shelton and his team have worked hard, grown together, and followed the playbook of taking care of customers to become one of the most highly regarded body shops in the area. Support your local team, whether on the field or when choosing who you do business with.
Thank you for choosing to style Classic Quality Body Shop.
See their ad in the Next Tech directory.
Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Steel Fabrications. Thirsties, before the game, during the game, and after the game. Enjoy great food and a great atmosphere. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Call or stop by today for all your real estate needs. Next Tech Wireless, avid supporters of local athletic programs, and have sponsored multiple school events. Are you ready for something different? See Next Tech Wireless. NCK Tech, North Central Kansas Technical College, is dedicated to being a leader in workforce development by maximizing value for students, employers, and communities. Log on to ncktc.edu to see what they can do for you. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years, Paul Wurtenberger Construction. Insurance Planning Incorporated, insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and AgPro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Hey Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online today at HeyChevrolet.com.
Good morning.
Everyone in
years, but still a beautiful facility here right behind what is now one of the middle schools. Hayes High takes on Valley Center. Valley Center will be kicking off after winning the toss. So we'll go over starting lineups in a little bit. It'll be kicking off from left to right. Aaron Koch, the senior, and on the season on kickoffs, he has hit 14 kickoffs, 11 of them have been touchbacks. Just in case that the ball does get out and a chance for the Indians to return on a virtually calm night, it is Hayden Brown standing back at the 3-yard line, Keaton Markley at the 12 on the right side of him, and then on the left side, it is going to be the Hayes High Indians' Tavian Kramer. Hayes High will go right to left on this return, north to south. Welcome to Valley Center. Dustin Armbruster, Kurt David with you. Gabe is on location on both the technical side and the video side for HaysPost.com and ECTV. And it's Rafe in at our KFIX studio. A side-winding kick heading towards the sideline. Markley has to pick it up at the 13-yard line. Comes to the near side, 15, cuts it up to the 19 and gets smacked hard. And the Hayes High Indians will have a chance to start, but from inside their own 20-yard line. Defensively for Valley Center, they'll go Brennan Ricks and Patrick Gillen at the defensive ends, 210 and 228. Defensive tackle Azariel Rodriguez, a 205-pound senior. Their linebackers, Dallas Boone, Aaron Koch, Tyler Boone, and Caleb Rains. They range from 160 to 200 in weight. Cornerbacks, Zach Quant and Zach Williams, both at 160. Safeties are Dalton Cross and Caden Pearson, 175 and 165 respectively. This is a team that typically goes with 3 down linemen, but with the Indians' propensity to run the ball, they may go 4 down at some point, and now they're packing 8 in the box to start the game. I formation for the Indians. It's an option play. A handoff to Schmidberger. First down as he gets across the 25-yard line. They're going to mark him just a yard short of the first down marker, gain of 9 for Dylan Schmidberger on first down to start the game for Hayes High.
Boy, what I was looking for there was Trey Van Pelt. He got hurt last week to the latter part of the game against Garden City Buffaloes. The center to quarterback exchange was sharp, and a great double team block against one of the Valley Center Hornet defensive linemen to open up a hole.
Hunter Brown's the quarterback. Fullback is Dylan Schmidberger. Starting tailback this week is going to be Hayden Brown. From that I formation on 2nd and 1 from the 27. Markley in the backfield this time, and it's taken by Dylan Schmidberger. Midfield, up the left, hash mark, 30, 25. Tackled from behind as he goes down at the 21-yard line. They'll mark him all the way inside to the 19-yard line. Well, back to the 21-yard line, and the Hayes High Indians burst out big on Dylan Schmidberger's career-long run.
Dylan Schmidberger hits the hole fast. Hayes High Indian offensive line had the Valley Center Hornets moving towards the direction of the ball, but the Valley Center Hornets over-pursued that hole. Dylan Schmidberger hit it and then carefully guarded the ball as he was coming down for a tackle to make sure he didn't fumble. The Hayes High Indians now in Valley Center Hornet territory.
At the 21, it's the longest run of the year of 52 yards. Option play left side again to Schmidberger. This time gets hit hard. Maybe gets to the 20. Maybe a yard on the play. 2nd down and 9 coming up for the Hayes High Indians. Nope, no gain on the play.
That time the Hayes High Indians doing the same blocking scheme, trying to get Valley Center to over-pursue the hole. They didn't over-pursue that time.
So a 52-yard run by Dylan Schmidberger, his longest of his career. He had 69 yards all season. He has 61 yards on the first 2 carries of the game. Hayes High with the football, opening possession. Hayden Brown, wide receiver left on 2nd and 10. Graydon Mayfield out to the right. Indians will send a tight end to the left side as well. Option play. It's going to be Hunter Brown keeping, trying to get past the line of scrimmage. Does so to the 19-yard line, then wrapped up and dropped from behind. He's going to be taken down by Valley Center's Caden Pearson, the safety, to come up and make the tackle. 3rd down coming up for the Indians. 3rd down and 9 from the 20-yard line. They get into the red zone.
Yeah, they get into the red zone, but they put themselves in a tricky position. The Hayes High Indians are only 25% conversion rate on 3rd downs, and a 3rd down and 9 is not what this running game is set up to convert on a 3rd down.
The Indians last week did get their first field goal of the season, a 33-yarder from Logan Clark. This is 3rd down and 9. The Indians will have 2 wingbacks, one to the left, one to the right. Schmidberger, the lone fullback. Brown's going to roll out to his right. He has time to throw. Looking down the middle of the field, it is into the back of the end zone and just over the outstretched arms of Hayden Brown. And the Indians, what do they do from the 20-yard line? With a chance to take an early lead right now, the offense is staying out on the field. Brown just over top of his brother Hayden Brown. The Indians nearly score 6.
Graydon Mayfield bringing the ball in here, so certainly continuing this on offense. Not much wind tonight. It's a beautiful night here at Valley Center. Hayes High going to go for it on 4th and 9.
73 degrees at kick, and like you said, no wind. 9:31 to go. Hayes High goes shotgun formation, 2 right, 2 left, and Schmidberger behind the quarterback. Now the Indians put a man in motion right to left. Indians go for it on 4th and 9. Flag on the play. This is going to be against the Indians. Throw to the end zone is going to be incomplete. 2 flags on the play. It's going to be 2 men in motion on the Hayes High Indians' illegal shift. Well, and now the officials talking to a Hayes High player. I'm assuming Valley Center will decline this penalty here, and it'll be Valley Center football. So the Indians elect not to kick try to kick the field goal. They lose the ball on downs after getting 9 yards and 52 yards on the first 2 plays of the game. They gain just 1 more, and Hayes High gives the ball up at the 20-yard line for Valley Center, who has the ball for the first time tonight. They'll go left to right. It is the quarterback, Parker Schrader, who has been playing since halftime of week number 1 because of Wyatt Lang's injury in the first half of that game. Handoff comes to the near side for Larry Wilson. Indians try to string him out, and they do so, and they knock him down behind the line of scrimmage. Hayes High was waiting for him, and there is Tavian Kramer and Mason Ibarra to help make the tackle in the backfield for a loss of 4 yards back to the 16-yard line.
We talked about it in pregame. Larry Wilson has 75% of the yardage for the Valley Center Hornet offense. He's fast. You've got to contain him. That's a key to the game for the Hayes High Indian defense.
It'll be 2nd down and 14 now from the 16-yard line. Near hash, Indians will see a trio of wide receivers and a bunch to the right, 1 to the left for the quarterback Schrader. Wilson to his left. It's a handoff to Wilson. Counter play, tries to cut it back, and there's Palmer Hutchison. Takes him down behind the 15-yard line. Hutchison the first on the scene, and coming up from the bottom of that pile is going to be big Logan Schulte. First 2 plays for Valley Center go backwards.
Okay, Hayes High Indian defense and secondary needs to play strong here. Parker Schrader's 58% completion rate. He's thrown 5 touchdowns, but more importantly, over 100 yards per game passing, so he can throw the ball.
Hayes High got to the 20, but then turned it over on downs. Schrader, does he go to the air? The 125-pound junior quarterback is 25 for 43 this year. 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Running back to his right, 3 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Schrader looks over the defense. Indians, do they bring a blitz? They do not. Schrader to throw, looks to the side, complete over the middle, first down up to the 30. Gets to the 31, needed 15, got 16, running wide open over the middle of that defense is going to be Zach Williams. His 2nd catch of the year.
Yeah, Valley Center threw that ball just about a yard or 2 short of the first down marker, and the receiver able to pick up 2 extra yards after the reception.
Now Williams lines up as a wide receiver to the left side, 2 to the right side. They all wear numbers in the 80s, and then big Caleb Raines is a wide receiver to the right. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Indians miss a golden opportunity. Handoff goes to Larry Wilson again, and again it gets dropped in the backfield, this time for a yard loss. It is Hayden Brown this time finishing off the tackle.
So with Hayes High Indians, we talked about keep doing what they've been doing. They've picked up where they've left off on the defensive line and the linebackers, shutting down running games just like the Garden City Buffaloes.
Hayes High had a great opportunity to force a 3-and-out and get the football back after moving into the red zone and losing it on downs. They've so far held Valley Center to -6 yards rushing, but 16 yards passing. 3 right, 1 left for the receivers for Schrader. Indians creep up in a blitz. They'll bring the blitz. Hand off to Wilson, and he's going to get hit in the backfield. Escape the first tackle, but not the second. There's Dylan Schmidberger pulling him down behind the 30-yard line. 4 run plays for Valley Center, all for negative yards.
That first hit in the backfield, although didn't bring down the tackle, slowed him down enough and held for long enough to get Dylan Schmidberger in there and 1 other defensive lineman for the Hayes High Indians to make that tackle for a loss. Now 3rd and 12 for the Valley Center Hornets.
From the 29-yard line, another loss of a yard. So Larry Wilson came in with 402 yards rushing on 80 carries, has 4 for -7. Tell you a story about his last game in a little bit. 3rd down and 12 coming up for Valley Center. Hayes High does bring the blitz this time. Palmer Hutchison hot on the trail of the quarterback. Schrader steps up and he goes down. There is Palmer Hutchison, along with Chase Browse and the Hayes High Indians. Dante Blackman all getting part of that sack, and it'll be a force to punt for Valley Center.
Boy, Palmer Hutchison shot a gap and was on Parker Schrader immediately, and Dante Blackman didn't let him give up either.
Palmer Hutchison's first sack of the year. He has a tackle and a half for loss. So a punt coming from Aaron Koch. This year, 18 punts, averaging 36 yards per punt. The punt from the 23-yard line after a sack of 6 yards, and the punt is a high, short punt. This is going to be fair, caught by the Hayes High Indians. Tavian Kramer, great catch with a man right in his grill at the 45-yard line, Hayes' own 45-yard line. And the Hayes High Indians, after the 33-yard punt, will get the football back. Indian football brought to you by Eagle Communications, Midwest Energy, Heartland Building Center, Gibbs Auto Supply, and Horizon Appliance and Electronics. Scoreless with 5:36 to go first quarter in Valley Center.
Dustin, interesting. The Hayes High Indians' first offensive possession was 6 plays, netted 62 yards. They turned it over on on downs. Valley Center Hornets, 6 plays on their first possession, netted 3 yards against the Hayes High Indians.
So the Hayes High Indians will have the football at their own 45, their second possession, shotgun for for Hunter Brown. He'll put Hayden Brown in motion, keep it himself, go left side, gets to the line of scrimmage, hit by Koch, the linebacker, across the 50-yard line into Valley Center territory to the 49, and it's going to be a gain of 7 yards on first down.
A gain of 7 yards. Picking up yardage on first down is so important for this Hayes High Indian offense. They did it on the first set of 4 downs on the first possession, making sure they don't put themselves into a 3rd and 9. Obviously, the rushing game is the forte of the Hayes High Indians. 3rd and 9 is a tough situation for the Hayes High Indians to be in.
5:06 to go, opening quarter scoreless, and this is the Indians' second offensive possession. It's a turn and handoff, and nope, it's a fumble on the ground, and it's going to be picked up by Valley Center. Brown was trying to pull it out of Schmidberger's hands. It's dropped on the turf, and it's brought up by Dallas Boone. His first fumble recovery of the season for the Hayes High Indians, just their 7th turnover of the year, but it's in right at the 50-yard line.
Hey, I'll tell you what, this Valley Center team has forced 10 turnovers so far this season against, relatively untesting teams, but 10 turnovers is 10 turnovers. They now have 11 on the season.
Well, now Valley Center with their best field position at their own 49-yard line. So Hayes High loses the football, and Valley Center with it. Indian football brought to you by USAFE Pharmacy, Next Tech, Steel Fabrications, and Edward Jones, Daryl Jeff, and Linda Seibel. Play coming from the sideline a very long time. I think Valley Center's going to have to use a timeout here. There's only 7 on the play clock when the huddle breaks with 5. Valley Center hustles to the line. They go I formation. 1 second on the play clock. Just get it off. They go to the fullback this time. The fullback that time was Tyler Boone, and he'll get near a first down, gain of 9, their first positive rush of the game.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't think the Hayes High Indian defense was ready. They were looking more at the play clock than they were getting set in their positions, and I think that's what allowed for the 9-yard pickup on that game.
Into Hayes High territory at the 42-yard line. So the Hayes High Indians moving the football but fumble it away, and now the defense has to stand up again, a team that gave up just 7 points last week to Garden City and giving up just 14 a game. Wide receiver right, Dalton Cross. Nobody to the left, a double tight end formation. Straight eye. Under center, Schrader. Turns, hands off. No, it's a play action pass. Rolls to his right, looks down the field. It is going to be caught. Tackle made by Keaton Markley. Catch is going to be made, and now a late flag on Hayes High. This is going to be 15 yards for a roughing the passer.
Boy, the Hayes High Indian defense plays aggressively when they hit hard, and that's an aggressive mistake, is hitting Parker Schrader after he'd thrown the ball.
10-yard pass to Patrick Gillen. And so now the officials talking this over. Rather, it's going to be a half the distance to the goal line or not is probably what the conversation is here. Ball went to the 32-yard line. So Schrader 2 for 2 for 26 yards, and now the Hayes High Indians hurt themselves with a personal foul, roughing the passer. Well, you turn over the football, and now you give up a 9-yard run, 10-yard pass, and now a 15-yard penalty. That should be at the 17-yard line. There you go. And so first and goal for the Hornets at the 17 after the penalty. Boy, Hayes High looked like they were the one controlling this game through the first about 9 minutes, but now with 4:15 to go first quarter, Valley Center threatening to score the first points of the game. Gillen, who just made that catch, he'll be tied in left side. Dalton Cross goes as a wide receiver far out to the left. Tied in right side, Zach Gillig, 6'5", but doesn't have a catch this year. I formation. Larry Wilson is the tailback. Long snap count. It's going to be a toss play that way to Wilson. He tries to cut back to the middle. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, and Hayes High got driven backwards on 4 plays, giving up 15 yards on a penalty as well. 4:02 to go first quarter, 6-0 Valley Center on homecoming nights.
3 plays for 51 yards and a touchdown, but let's face it, that was aided by a 15-yard roughing the passer penalty by the Hayes High Indians. So, like last week, a mistake defensively cost the Indians 7 points. A mistake again tonight on roughing the passer is going to cost them at least 6, and now potentially 7 with the point after touchdown.
Koch, the kicker, is 8 for 11 on extra points this year. The holder calls for the snap. It's a slow rolling snap, but it gets up through the uprights, and it's 7-0. And Hayes High falls down to the Hornets with 4:02 to go in the first quarter.
Hayes High Indians are going to get their 3rd possession of the game. They fumbled it on their last possession. That was a mistake offensively. Then a roughing the passer penalty gave Bart Valley Center offense 15 free yards and set up that touchdown.
17-yard touchdown run for Larry Wilson is his third touchdown rush of the season. But that also, Kurt David, comes after the fumble by the Hayes High Indians, and they really compounded that mistake then with the mistake of the penalty as well.
Exactly. We've talked about mistakes before, but we talked about it last week. A mistake defensively cost the Hayes High Indians 7 points. A mistake this week costs another 7 points.
Hayes High Indian football is brought to you by Discount Siding, Insurance Planning, High Plains Farm Credit, and High Plains Roofing. Well, the Indians offense is going to have to respond. They've already given up as many points in this quarter as they gave up all last week. Something going on in the town of Valley Center. We see fire trucks leaving the area. 4:02 to go, first quarter. Coach will kick off. His first one went to Keaton Markley, nearly went out of bounds, but Markley had to pick it up and brought it back to just the 18-yard line. So Coach will line it up. As we mentioned before, now 11 of his 15 kickoffs have gone out of the back of the end zone, or at least into the end zone. The officials are waiting on something here. There's lights in the end zone on what is like the Valley Center rally truck, we'll call it. And they haven't turned them off, and they're going to have to turn those off because that is in the faces of the Hayes High Indians who are trying to return this kick.
Well, they've been on since the start of the game, so obviously now the coaching staff just deciding that they need to force that down.
It's still on. The official running to his spot, but the official at the football still stands there. I think they're going to wait until that gets turned off, and so far nobody's heading over to inform what we'll call the spirit truck that they need to turn off what is essentially like a strobe light. 3 or 4 different ones flashing on and off. And so finally we see a couple of people running over to take care of the issue. Hayes High down 7-0. Indians on offense averaging 13 points a game this year. 8 in the loss to Scott City, 21 to Great Bend, 20 to Liberal, and 3 to Garden City. There the lights are off and we can resume football. Coach will kick off. Packed stadium here from Valley Center tonight on a beautiful evening. Sun has settled behind the home stands and trees. Coach's kickoff high but returnable. Markley, nope, Brown will settle under at the 5-yard line. Try a right hash return. Come to the near side, 20. He's going to put it in his right arm, 25. Cut back, now a flag on the play. Will Hayes High hurt themselves again? It would be a return to the 24.5-yard line. But Hayes High may be now getting penalized for a second time in as many as drives.
Keaton Markley had a nice block to open up some yardage for Hayden Brown, but any other block would have been, it looks like a holding call.
Yep, so instead of the 24-yard line, it'll be the 14-yard line.
And unfortunately, that hold was behind the play, so really didn't make a difference in Hayden Brown picking up that yardage.
Hayes High, you feel like, has a big drive coming up here, Kurt David. The Indians drove all the way to the 20, but turned the ball over on downs on a 4th down pass. And then after forcing a punt, they end up with a 15-yard roughing the passer penalty, giving up a touchdown. After the first 5 rushing plays for Scott City had all gone backwards. I formation for Hunter Brown under center this time. Markley is the setback. It's going to be a counter play to Markley. He won't get to the line of scrimmage. Driven backwards and then pushed late by Patrick Gillen. It'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and Hayes High right now not showing a lot of that fire that they showed in the last couple of weeks, and find themselves here a little bit with 3:35 to go in the opening quarter, down just 7-0 at Valley Center on the Hornets' homecoming night.
Well, Valley Center Hornets have forced now 11 turnovers on the season. 4 of those have been fumbles, 7 interceptions. Now the interceptions not as an important component against the Hayes High Indian offense, but they do know how to go after the ball and force fumbles.
Hayes High opened this game with a 9-yard and 52-yard Dylan Schmidberger run. And now an unbalanced line to the left, 1 to the right, and then 4 to the left side. It's a option play. Brown's going to turn, get hit, and drop. Valley Center knew the play was coming, and they dropped Brown 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage at the 12. 3rd down and 12 for the Indians. They're 0 for 1 tonight and just 25% on the year.
Dustin, you mentioned it being an off-balance line. Hayes High Indians had more offensive linemen and receivers to the left-hand side of the ball, which actually was also the short side of the field. So Valley Center loaded up that side of the field. Again, the short side of the field, just not a lot of room for Hunter Brown to run, and a lot of people in his way.
Oh, and that's an option play to that side as well, so there's no way to get clear of the quarterback. 3rd and 12. The sirens you hear are what they play for third down here in Valley Center, not the fire department who was responding to a fire earlier. 2:20 to go. Opening quarter, Indians down 7-0. Under center, power I formation on third down, trying to get Valley Center to jump off sides. Play clock down to 2. Hayes High will take a timeout at their own 12, down 7-0. Indian football brought to you by Hayes Kalon, State Glass Company, and Lewis Automotive Group. Hayes High is 0-2 all-time against Valley Center. Last year losing 20-6 at Lewis Field Stadium. Their only other previous meeting was in the postseason, a playoff game back in 1995. Hayes High lost that game as well. It was a season that the Hayes High Indians got to the playoffs with just a 4-5 record, then came to Valley Center on a very cold and rainy night and ended up losing in the playoffs. And right now, all the momentum, Kurt David, on Valley Center side.
Well, it is. You see a real difference in the Hayes High Indian offense. When they've been able to pick up some yardage, it's been on first down, and that's really allowed them to continue drives. Here again now, no yardage picked up on first down, and they face a 3rd and 11, almost a 3rd and 12 situation. Hunter Brown again completed 2 of 10 passes last week against the Garden City Buffaloes. No passing yardage against the Liberal Redskins. So this is a difficult situation for the Hayes High Indians. And important to note, the Hornets have 7 interceptions on the season, and this deep in your own territory, you don't want to be throwing an interception.
Hayes High will have the ball 3rd and 12 from their own 12-yard line. 3 wide receivers right, Ibarra, Brown, and Keaton Markley. 1 wide receiver to the left. Brown to throw, looks for the screen to the near side to Hayden Brown. Brown gets by 1 tackle, tries to get by the second, cannot. He'll lose a yard back to the 11.
So they're going to be a fourth and goal. They'll be punting from the end zone, so Valley Center is going to get the ball in good field position for a second possession in a row.
Hayes High loses a yard on their first completed pass. Screen play, and Hayden Brown got by the first defender. If he clears the second, he's off to the races. And so Logan Clark will punt for the first time tonight, 18th time on the season, averaging 37 yards per punt. Valley Center coming after. They send everybody, and the punt is away, and it's a nice spiral punt. It'll be left alone and take a nice Hayes High bounce in Valley Center territory inside the 40 down to the right on 40-yard line. Nice punt by the Hayes High Indians. Logan Clark, a 49-yard punt. And Valley Center will have the football at their own 41-yard line, leading 7-0. Hayes 3 and out on that possession.
All right, so the first 3 possessions for the Hayes High Indian offense: turnover on downs, fumble, and punt. Likewise, punt and touchdown for the Hayes High Indian defense against the Valley Center Hornets.
Big-time possession here coming up for the Indian defense. Schrader under center, I formation, worked well for Valley Center on their last possession. Long snap count. Indians 4-down lineman. Toss into the hands of Wilson. He's going to go left side and get back to the line of scrimmage and gain a yard or so out to the 42-yard line. Larry Wilson, his first 4 carries, got just -8 yards, and then he broke for the touchdown of 17 yards. He now has 6 carries, 10 yards. Against Newton last week in a 15-all game, Wilson had been kept fairly in check, and then he busted an 82-yard run with less than 2 minutes left to win 21-15. Gain of 1 out to the 42-yard line. Right in the middle of the field, moving left to right. Valley Center in their purple jerseys. Long snap count, turn and hand off Wilson. And there's flags on the play. Was that a delay of game?
I'm guessing.
It was the official white hat in the backfield, and Valley Center already backing up, and the official says false start on the right tackle, Jared Payne. This offensive line has a freshman at left tackle, left guard a junior, junior center, sophomore right guard, and sophomore right tackle. They're all new starters. First Valley Center penalty. It'll back them up to the 37-yard line, set up 2nd down and 14. 48 seconds to go, first quarter. Hayes down 7-0. Trying to get a big stop here. I formation. Tyler Boone is the running back. Caleb Raines hasn't played much this year. Play action pass. Looking down the field is going to be Schrader. The Indians read it. Is intercepted by the Hayes High Indians. Keaton Markley. Markley is going to intercept. Oh, they gave it to Valley Center. It's ripped away by Dalton Cross. Markley came down with it, was on the ground with the football, and they give it to Valley Center. You are down by contact in high school football, and they give the ball to Valley Center at the Hayes High 36-yard line.
Boy, they were saying Valley Center was fighting for it as the ball came down, but it sure looked like Keaton Markley had that ball on the ground, and then it was ripped out of his arms.
Hayes High been working on that defense all week to set that up right there because they knew that's how the passes were from Cross. And Valley Center right now is doing everything right. 27 yards, ball to the Hayes High 36-yard line. 3 wide receivers left, 1 to the right is Caden Pearson. Shotgun for Schrader, throws to the near side. It's caught one-handed in the backfield, and there's a big stick by Tavian Kramer back at the 39-yard line for a loss of 3.
Boy, Tavian Kramer was right there. He read that pass out to the flat well and caused a loss of 3, and then 2 other Indians come in for a hard hit. Again, a hard-hitting Hayes High Indian defense could make a difference as we get late in this game.
Hayes High thought they had an interception. It would have been just their 4th of the year, and the first quarter has come to a close. Hayes High trails Valley Center at Valley Center 7-0. We're back in a minute. This is Hayes High Indian football.
Thank you for choosing to style classic quality body shop.
Classic Quality Body Shop has had the pleasure of serving this area since 1984. Much like a sports team, Shelton and his team have worked hard, grown together, and followed the playbook of taking care of customers to become one of the most highly regarded body shops in the area. Support your local team, whether on the field or when choosing who you do business with.
Thank you for choosing to style classic quality body shop.
See their ad in the Next Tech directory.
Thank
Good morning.
Everyone in Hayes says you can clean anything. So can you get this tough stain out?
Grape jelly, we can get that out.
Wow, you guys really are good.
Master Cleaners in Hayes offers a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free pickup and delivery.
We move along to the second quarter. Valley Center with the football and a 7-0 lead. They play from the 39-yard line after a loss of 3 on a screen pass on first down. Schrader to the throw, looks right, pumps that way, now looks to the left, escapes pressure, looks down the field. He's going to get through the Indian defense and stay on his feet. Boy, Hayes High had a chance to make that a sack back inside the 45-yard line. Instead, Schrader is able to escape, get near the 31. He's going to pick up 8 on that run. 3rd down and 5. Valley Center is 1 for 2 on 3rd down tonight.
Boy, Zach Williams, number 85, was in there as a receiver for the Valley Center Hornets. He was going after Dylan Schmidberger, and now I see the coaching staff has pulled the Valley Center Hornet off the field.
Yep, got hit hard. Teams don't like that. I formation, 3rd and 5. Schrader under center this time for the Hornets. It's going to be a play-action pass. Schrader rolling out near side, under pressure, flag on the play. It's going to be incomplete. Flag on the backside of the play. This would be 4th and 5 on the incomplete pass, but probably in the realm of where Valley Center would go for it.
Yeah, Valley Center's gone for it on 8 possessions so far this season, and that's with a field goal kicker who's got a long of 32 yards. They're 1 for 8 on 4th down, but they certainly do like to go for it in these situations.
And Valley Center will be penalized 10 yards on the hold. It will be penalty accepted. The penalty marker is at the 36-yard line. And so you add on from that line of scrimmage the extra 5 yards.
You've got Wyatt Lang coming into the game for the Valley Center Hornets.
The returning quarterback from a year ago. Lang played the first half of the season against Salina South and got hurt. 5 for 7 this year for 45 yards. He's got a much stronger arm. This is his first action since that Salina South game. Wears a big knee brace on his right knee. The ball is back at the 46-yard line. It acts as a 15-yard penalty. This is 4th down and a long ways to go. 4th down and third down and about 20. Lang rolls out to his right, looking to pass. Indians giving chase. It's a pass down the field that is caught. Boy, the Hayes High Indians are leaving receivers way too open. The pass is caught by Dalton Cross all the way down at the 20. It's a gain of 26. So far, Valley Center's converted on 3rd and 20 and 3rd and 15 in this game.
Boy, Wyatt Lang had time to throw that ball. The Hayes High Indian defense was not blitzing. Wyatt Lang had time to throw that ball, and his strong arm is accurate despite being out for so many games. He stays in the game now. with Valley Center in Hayes High Indian territory on the 20-yard line.
2 catches in this game for 53 yards for Dalton Cross, both on this drive, both excellent catches. Hayes High down 7-0. Here's Valley Center back into the red zone. They hand off to Wilson, gets a hole to the 15, spins out of a tackle and gets down to near the 10-yard line. And Hayes High right now is really playing back on their heels. Here comes Logan Schulte back onto the defensive line. That's a gain of 9 to the 11.
Boy, and that's where a passing game truly does open up a running attack. Wyatt Lang, a threat to pass, and the Hayes High Indian secondary and linebackers back to make sure they don't give up a pass. Valley Center takes advantage of that with a run up the middle.
So the senior Wyatt Lang is back in at the quarterback position after being out 3.5 games with a knee injury to his right knee. Here's the shotgun snap. Handoff to Wilson. Hops through the line. He's going to get near the end zone. Is he in? No signal. Touchdown, Valley Center. And he ran right through 5 Hayes High Indians.
Boy, the Hayes High Indian defensive line spread out. Clearly the coaching staff playing Wyatt Lang to throw the ball. And the Valley Center Hortons reading that and taking advantage of the open gaps in the middle and picking up yardage.
Hayes High down 13-0 with 10:56 to go. Hayes High opened the game with a 9-yard, then 52-yard run. Since then, after throwing it away, or losing the ball on downs, and then fumbling the ball, it has been all Valley Center. Here's Aaron Koch to attempt the extra point. It is up, it is true, and it is 14-0 in favor of Valley Center. Larry Wilson, a pair of touchdown runs, one of 17 yards, this one of 11 yards. And the Hayes High Indians right now, Kurt David, they have got to find an answer, and they need to do so quickly. They gave up a conversion on that play on that series of 3rd and 20, but earlier could have had an interception but got it wrestled away.
Well, Parker Schrader, we know, can throw the ball. He's got a 58% pass completion rate coming in this game. He picks up over 100 yards passing. Wyatt Lang obviously still has the throwing skill despite sitting out so many games for the Valley Center Hornets. The Hayes High Indian secondary's playing back to guard against the pass. They aren't rushing on those successful pass plays for the Valley Center Hornets. I think the coaching staff will need to make an adjustment at halftime to make sure they're continuing to put pressure in the backfield, whether it's rush or a pass situation.
Hayes High has not had to play from far behind since week number 1 against the Scott City Beavers. Hayes High football brought to you by Roofmasters, Progressive Physical Therapy, Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker, and Adams Brown, Barron and Ball. Hayes High has got to get into this quick because Valley Center is threatening to pull away in the second quarter. There's a long ways to go, but Valley Center now up 2 touchdowns. Aaron Koch to kick off. Indians same returners back. This time Hayden Brown's going to drift back to about the 3-yard line. He'll have to return this one. Right hash return 10 to the 15. Gets straight ahead, and he gets free from the 20. Gets near the 25-yard line.
Aaron Koch's kicks get a lot of hang time. You talk about that in the punting game to get hang time to get your coverage team down there. His kickoffs are high and they are deep, really landing almost in a sweet spot on the 1 or 2 yard line. And it's got so much hang time that the Valley Center Hornets are able down there to well cover that ball.
Ball out to the 24. It's a 22-yard return by Hayden Brown. The Indians got out to the 24 on their previous return, but a holding penalty on that play. On that return, forced it back to the 14. Indians lost 3 yards and had to punt. Indians have only ran 11 plays of offense so far. Shotgun formation, Schmidberger right behind quarterback Hunter Brown on 1st and 10. Brown, play action pass. Nope, going to keep himself. Runs into the defensive end. Gillen gets a yard to the 25, and that is it. Maybe an extra half a yard across the 25. Call it a gain of 1 for Hunter Brown.
Hayes High Indian offensive line, they were making holes on those first possession of the game, even the second possession of the game for a play. But now that seems to, those holes seem to be covered. Valley Center defense obviously playing the run and filling those gaps.
Ball to the 26. It's a gain of 2. Here's Graydon Mayfield from the sideline with the football. Hayes High had their longest rush of the year on the second play of the game, a 52-yard run by Dylan Schmidberger, but couldn't score on it. Hayden Brown, wide receiver left. Graydon Mayfield, wide receiver right. Brown under center this time. Handoff is going to go to Dylan Schmidberger. Gets through the first line of defense. Steps through another tackle across the 40 near the 42-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 16 yards for Dylan Schmidberger. Dylan had a total of 69 yards on the season coming into tonight. He has 77 in this first half.
And he's hit that that guard tackle gap on the left-hand side of the line of scrimmage for both times for his big yardage gain. Dylan Schmidberger in the offense has found something on the left side there to take advantage of.
And Valley Center is going to use a timeout. Gorgeous night here from Valley Center on what used to be the grounds of the high school. Nothing else has moved here. They still hold track here. They have their varsity, JV, all their football games here. They built a new school about 6 years ago just to the north a few miles. They just recently turfed their practice field there. They have a couple of field goals set up so that they can kick as well. And this is a school district that has passed 4 bond issues over the since 1996 to upgrade facilities here.
Yeah, now you've got a middle school that's got a artificial surface here that really is a beautiful field and a nice tartan track for the middle school to utilize. So really Valley Center has taken advantage of those bond issues and put in some nice facilities for their students.
The Hayes High Indians have the football at the 42-yard line. Valley Center is the team that takes the timeout with 9:55 to go in the second quarter. Indians down 14-0. Need to find some offense because Valley Center gets the football to start the second half. Purple helmets, purple jerseys, white numbers, purple pants for Valley Center. Hayes, their road white uniforms, maroon numbers, maroon helmets, maroon pants with the black on the side. Uniform update brought to you by Phase 2. I formation. Markley is the I back. Rollout is going to be Brown. Looking down the field. Hayden has got to step on his man. It is caught and then dropped. Contact made by Dalton Cross, and the diving catch goes uncaught. And the Indians just miss on a big home run play.
Boy, how beautiful it would have been. Hunter Brown to Hayden Brown. Hayden Brown was reaching out. He did have to reach out. The ball slightly overthrown, but Hayden had it in his hands, but immediate contact bringing him to the ball, bringing him to the ground, got out of his hands. The coaching staff, Hayden Brown knows he missed one there, but the coaching staff putting their arm around him to coach up the young man to get back into the game. Go try that again.
Boy, Dalton Cross got a hand on Brown as he was reaching out for that ball. So 2nd and 10 for the Hayes High Indians from the 42-yard line. I formation, split wide receivers. Tavian Kramer into the football game. Option play left side. Here's Markley with the ball, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. Fumbled the football. Valley Center, still loose. Who has the ball?
Boy, Valley Center.
Valley Center has it. And the Indians starting to unravel a bit here in the first half. Second fumble of the game, a punt, and a change of possession on downs. Hayes High doing good things, but too many things offsetting those good plays.
Boy, now Valley Center, 12 turnovers forced on the year. Hayes High Indians have the ball for 3 plays, go 28 yards, and then fumble the ball, giving the ball back to the Valley Center Hornets, who are up 14-0 with now 9:38 left in this half.
They start at the Hayes High 47-yard line, and Wyatt Lang is back in at the quarterback position. 2 wide receivers left. The senior has a running back behind him. That is Larry Wilson. He has all the points. He gets the ball left side, gets by the initial defense, gets by another runner, and gets down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 7 on first down in these chunks. Kurt Davis starting to become bigger for Larry Wilson in the running game.
Yeah, the Hayes High Indians are giving Valley Center great field position to start the game, and now Valley Center starts with the ball in Hayes High Indian territory.
Indian football brought to you by Classic Quality Body Shop, Uber driver Jenny Atwell, and Redeem Designs. Wyatt Lang from the shotgun position, turn handoff to Wilson again, gets hit once, twice in the backfield, and there's the Hayes High Indians to make the tackle right on the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, 3rd down and 3 coming up for Valley Center. Indian football brought to you by Midwest Construction, Hertz Rent-A-Car, and Eagle Technology Solutions. By the way, our uniform update brought to you by Phase 2. Big thanks to Phase 2 for providing game day apparel for our broadcast. Quick turnaround and ready to help your team next to Big D's Rental, 22nd Street in Hayes. Dalton Cross, wide receiver right. This time Lang under center for I formation on 3rd and 3. Timeout, Hayes High.
Hayes High coaching staff taking their 2nd time out of the game. This one to give the Indian defense a little bit of break and get them reorganized. Now as the Valley Center's moving the ball in the Hayes High Indian territory with a 3rd and 4 situation.
And what you feel is probably 4-down territory here for Valley Center. They're the team with all the momentum. They're not going to, if they punt, a touchback gets a maximum of 20 yards of field position.
Boy, you talk about a team with all the momentum. We talked about a little bit in pregame about how this game truly, from a record standpoint, means more to Valley Center than it does Hayes High, just because, again, the way the playoffs are determined in 5A, Division 5A football versus Hayes High Indians in 4A football. But, boy, Valley Center right now looking like this game is more important to them than the Hayes High Indians. They've come out fired up.
Hayes High will return to Western Athletic Conference action next week. They will be playing against Dodge City in Dodge City. The Red Demons tonight are on the road at Wichita South against the 1-3 Titans. Dodge City is just 1-3 on the season this year, after losing to Great Bend last week. Dalton Cross, wide receiver, right I formation. The fullback is Tyler Boone. We have not seen Caleb Raines, but about 2 plays tonight. The returning running back for Valley Center. 3rd and 3 from the 40. Long snap count. Indians don't bite on the hard count. Still 13 on the play clock. Indians have 4 down linemen for this 3rd and 3 play. It's going to be a handoff to Boone. First down. Sidesteps a defender. The Indians' Wyatt Sheevy there to make the tackle at the 35. Needed 3, got 5. Second carry for Tyler Boone, who is playing right now for Caleb Raines.
So there we've got 3 plays and 2 first downs on this drive in Hayes High Indian territory for the Valley Center Hornets.
2 weeks in a row where the Hayes High Indians had a chance to intercept a football. Last week got called back because of a penalty. This week got it wrestled away. Both times their opponent scored. Indians down 14-0 because of that. This week lost 7-3 last week because of it. I formation, 1 wide receiver to the right. Lang is under center. Quick pass right side for the Hayes High for Dalton Cross. The Indians, Hunter Brown, jumped the route and nearly had a pick 6. And boy, that would have been huge.
Hunter Brown going for the interception and nearly had a hand on the ball, at least deflected it. But that would have been big.
That was going to end in one of 2 ways, a touchdown for one team or the other had it been caught. Because if Brown doesn't time that perfectly, it is a touchdown for Dalton Cross. There was nobody behind him. Kramer, the cornerback to the left side of the defense. Brown to the right side of the defense. There's 3 wide receivers left side on this 2nd and 10 play for Wyatt Lang. Turns, hands off to Wilson. Wilson comes near side, runs backwards, gets past the first guy, second guy, and there's Mason Ibarra for the tackle at the 41-yard line. That's a loss of a yard on the tackle by Mason. 1.5 tackles for loss in tonight's game, and now 4.5 on the season.
Palmer Hutchinson, I think, was the one back in there to get Larry Wilson to slow him down a little bit, and then you're out. Mason Ibarra, Dylan Schmidberger in to finish off the tackle. Now a 3rd and 11 situation for the Valley Center Hornets.
Indians need off the field here. Valley Center is 3 for 4 on 3rd downs tonight. 3 wide receivers right, including dangerous Dalton Cross, who has 2 sensational catches tonight and 10 on the season. 1 wide receiver left is Zach Williams. Shotgun for Lang. He's going to pass on 3rd down and 11. Set up the screen. Comes near side for Caden Pearson. Pearson gets tripped up and nope, they're going to call it incomplete.
Boy, he didn't really. It was a questionable whether he had turned and made a step with that ball, and that would have been a fumble, but I don't think he ever really had control of it. So now 4th down, and you know Wyatt Lang's in the game. He's going to throw this ball deep.
The ball's at the 36.
I'll be disappointed if the Hayes High Indians don't try to blitz on this because they know they haven't been able to cover their receivers very well tonight. They've got to get some pressure on Wyatt Lang.
Valley Center has scored on 2 of their 3 possessions. This is 4th and 11. They're 1 for 8 on 4th down this season for 13%. For the shotgun is Lang. 3 wide receivers right is the same formation. They just threw the screen pass on and dropped it on 3rd and 11. 7:20 to go in the first half. Indians down 14-0. Lang again, hard snap count, trying to get Hayes to jump off sides. Valley Center, do they take a timeout? The head coach, Caleb Smith, walks over, says, timeout, sir, and that's going to be the 2nd of the first half for each team. Valley Center, what do they do here on 4th and 11 out of the timeout?
I don't know if Valley Center was trying to get the Hayes High Indians to jump, or they couldn't figure out what Palmer Hutchinson was doing. He was faking a blitz. He's trying to show blitz and backing off, and I think Wyatt Lang kept looking over at the coaching staff to see if they wanted to shift plays given what Palmer Hutchinson was doing. I just don't think they could figure out what he was going to do, whether he was going to blitz or not. And the Valley Center coaching staff just decided to call timeout and regroup.
Hayes High finding out this week that they will be in Class 4A Division I for the remainder of athletics for the 2017-18 school year. They also found out this week they're going back to 5A in football. They will be the smallest 5A football program over the next 2 years. It is your freshman, sophomore, and junior class that determine that. On the 4A Division I side for the rest of the 17-18 season, In all other sports, Hayes will be the biggest 4A school. The only reason that they're not 5A, the new Olathe West School opened up, and they are a 5A school. Hayes High will find out October 4th as far as what their official 8-game schedule will be. That's when all the schools get together at the Bicentennial Center in Salina and figure it out. Well, the offense still on the field for Valley Center for this 4th and 11. Big-time opportunity for the Indians here to get the football back in good field position, down 14-0 in Valley Center. Clouds creeping in on this nearly dark night now in Valley Center. Lang with the running back to his left. Takes the shotgun snap. Indians blitz. Lang is going to just lob it up in the air. It's going to be intercepted by Keaton Markley. Left side return 20, 25, 30. Back up to the left sideline to the 40. Flag on the play. Second flag on the play, but the Indians pick off the pass. That'll be Hayes High football on Keaton Markley's second career interception and first of this season.
And Wyatt Sheevy in the face of Wyatt Lang there. Wyatt Sheevy in the face. Wyatt Lang knew he was going to get hit, and he was backpedaling to throw that ball. Wyatt Sheevy forcing that interception there. Great blitz by the Hayes High Indian defense.
These penalties, and I guess if you're Valley Center, you're thinking to throw it deep, and if you tackle a guy down by the 10, it's just as good as a punt. But then Markley returned it out to the 40-yard line, but 2 flags on the play. We've got a block in the back against Hayes High, and it's back at the 32-yard line. So instead of the 40, Hayes High will be back at their own 22, but they get the interception and have the football down by 2 touchdowns, 14-0 in Valley Center. 7-play drive comes to a stop. Hayes High has not been on offense much tonight. 6 plays, 2 plays, 3 plays, 3 plays. Change of possession on downs, fumble, punt, fumble. Indians got to the red zone, but then ended up losing the football in the end zone on downs. Hayes High now in the red zone, 5 of 6 this year with 2 turnovers. Here comes the Hayes High offense from the 22-yard line. Left to right, Hayden Brown wide out to the right side. Keaton Markley split out on the right side as well. Tight ends on the right side. Schmidberger to the left, puts a man in motion. Hunter Brown will take the snap. He'll hand off to Schmidberger. Tries the right side, gets up across the 25-yard line. They'll mark him right on the 25-yard line. Gain of 3 on first down for Dylan Schmidberger, who has 80 yards on 5 carries tonight, including a season and career-long 52-yard run. And a player down for Hayes High.
Valley Center, 7 plays, had picked up 11 yards before throwing the end zone. Then the Hayes High Indians pick up the ball, get the interception. After the penalty, have the ball in the 21-yard line.
Another injured offensive lineman, Colton Schoendaler, the right guard, is down. And boy, Hayes High right now on the offensive line can just afford no other injuries. Trey Van Pelt injured last week. He's trying to go tonight. Kyler Kinky injured an ankle in the first game of the season. He is playing tonight. Colton Schoendaler is down on the field. And they're checking down in the lower extremities. We're not very high here at Valley Center, so it's hard to get a good angle on anything that's on the field across the way. 6:53 to go in the first half. Hayes High down 14-0.
Interesting.
And
Matthew
Schoendaler is now sitting up.
Matthew Junker, the junior offensive lineman, is pulling a ball out to practice snap. So it'll be interesting to see how this causes any kind of realignment in the offensive line.
Chase Browse will come in at the right guard position, but Colton is the backup the backup center. Matthew Junker, the junior, is the third string snapper. So he's over there getting a few practice snaps just in case that his number is called upon. He's back there with Kyle Casper right now working on some shotgun snaps, and good on Matthew to realize, hey, my name might come up soon. I better get ready to go here a little bit. So Matthew Junker now the backup center. Schoendaler walking fairly okay here with the trainer to the table. So 2nd and 7 for the Hayes High Indians at the 25-yard line following the Keaton Markley interception. Hayes now -1 in the turnover category. I formation, Hunter Brown under center, tied in to each side for this play. Brown wants to throw, looks down the field, in some trouble, gets rid of it, and it's incomplete. Overshoots its intended receiver, trying to get it to Wyatt Sheevy. Sheevy was open, but pressure on the quarterback, and Hunter Brown so far passing 1 for 5 for -1 yard.
It really wasn't direct pressure by the Valley Center defensive line, but they were pushing the offensive line back and standing up and holding their arms up. Hunter Brown had to throw over both the offense and the defensive line. That caused that arc just to go too high for the receiver.
And that defensive line does have some height on it. Patrick Gillen, who's one of the defensive ends, stands at 6'4", 220 pounds. Split wide receivers, Hayden Brown to the right side and Wyatt Sheevy over to the left. I formation for Brown on 3rd down and 7. Play action pass. Hayden or Hunter to throw near side for Hayden and overthrows it out of bounds. Indians now 0 for 3 on 3rd down. Will punt on 4th and 7.
Yeah, I'm not sure Hunter and Hayden were on the same communication line there. Hayden going downfield. Hunter looked like he was expecting him to cut back right to the 1st down marker where Hayden was about 5 or 6 yards downfield.
Offense stymied right now. Not under 90 yards of offense in the first half. 81 yards or 82 yards against what was an excellent defense. Hayes High is short a man on the punt line of where Colton Schoendaler nearly would be normally. So Hayes High 3 plays, 3 yards. And it'll be a punt from Logan Clark. Ball from the 25-yard line. The snap is good. The punt is good as well. 3 returners back. It's going to be taken on the near side by Caden Pearson. Gets near midfield. Gets through a couple of tackles. No whistles. Now here comes a flag on the play. A second flag on the play where Keaton Markley was undercut. It ends up being a 35-yard punt. But let's check the markers back at the 35-yard line. The ball was returned all the way back to the Hayes High 30-yard line. Hayes has been penalized twice tonight. Same for Valley Center. Valley Center backing up like they think it is on them. Well, that ball was almost out of bounds a couple of times, stepping along the sideline, but a block in the back on Valley Center. The penalty happens at the 37-yard line, and for a 3rd time in this first half, Valley Center will start in Hayes territory. They get the ball at the 47. Check that. The official still marking it off. It'll be at the 47-yard line.
Boy, so that's a second consecutive possession that Valley Center starts in Hayes High Indian territory. The 2 previous possessions at their own 41-yard line. So terrific field position the last 4 possessions for the Valley Center Hornets.
Indians down 14-0. They need a big response here defensively. They just got an interception but punted after 3 plays. Indians offense 6 plays, 2 plays, 3 plays, 3 plays, 3 plays.
Wyatt Lang back in. We'll see if he remembers that hit he took throwing the interception.
Lang under center this time. Larry Wilson is the I-back out of this formation. Handoff is fumbled by the fullback Boone, and Hayes High says they have the football. Do they? They do. Chase Browse with the fumble recovery. It is his 3rd of the season. He leads the Western Athletic Conference in that category, and the Hayes High Indians, after 1 defensive play, have the football back.
And I'd like to give the credit to the defensive line on there, but really I think that's the inexperience of Wyatt Lang being in the game. He's throwing the ball well, but that time the handoff to Larry Wilson just wasn't there. That conversion right there, obviously some inexperience right there, really caused that fumble.
Fumble recovery by Chase Browse, his 3rd of the year, and the Hayes High Indians have the football at the 48-yard line. Their own 48, down by the score of 14-0. Indians go with the I formation. Split wide receivers, option play. It goes to Schmidberger. Schmidberger into Valley Center territory. He's going to get to the 40, make that 39-yard line. He'll get 8 yards on 1st down. Schmidberger 88 yards on 6 carries. Hayes High, if they can score here, can try to seize a little bit of momentum before they get to halftime.
Dylan Schmidberger had found success going to the left side of the line of scrimmage. This time he finds a gap on the right side to pick up some yardage.
Indians got into the red zone, but then threw an interception lost the ball on downs on what was 4th down and 9 from the 20. Ibarra, wide receiver right. Hayden Brown, wide receiver left. Indians need to hurry to get this play off. Play clock down to 5. Hunter Brown comes under center. Valley Center showing an all-out blitz here. Do they bring it? They do not. They back off. Handoff Schmidberger. Can't quite get the 1st down. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. And they're going to mark him back at the 45. A loss of a yard. Hayes High 3rd down. Hayes High needs the 1st down here. 3rd down and 3. 0 for 3 on 3rd downs so far tonight.
But a manageable 3rd down. They've had 3rd and 9 situations. They've had a 3rd and 11 situation. This one's manageable at 3rd and 3. There are options here for the coaching staff and Hunter Brown.
3rd and 9, 3rd and 11, 3rd and 7. Now 3rd and 3 from the Valley Center 45. Trey Van Pelt comes to the V of the VC here at Valley Center. Hayden Brown, wide receiver right, the only wide receiver, double tight outside that. I formation, Valley Center shows blitz, a turn, no, it's a play action pass. Hunter Brown pump fakes once, twice, trying to throw down the field, looking for his brother Hayden Brown, who turns. He is going to make the catch on the sideline, and they say out of bounds.
Yep, right on the edge there, and his first foot landed out of bounds. Hayden Brown and Hunter Brown are so close connecting on a big game. I'm encouraged to see them trying to force that passing game. It will eventually loosen up the running game, and that's a 4th and 4 situation. You're down 14-0 with 4 minutes and 37 seconds left in this half.
And Hayes looks like they'll keep the offense on the field. You got to try to steal some momentum here, down 14-0. Indians 0 for 1 tonight on 4th down. And on the season are now 5 of 8. They have scored 2 touchdowns on 4th down, but did not fool anybody on that 3rd down play. They were all over Hayden Brown. Brown now goes left side as a wide receiver. Mason Ibarra near side. Hunter Brown under center on 4th down and 3. There's the snap. Handoff. Schmidberger right side gets the first down. The officials will mark him right past the line of gain on 4th and 3. Picks up 3 to the 41.5-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you what, nothing pretty about that play. Just a straight over the guard type of run. And Chase Browse, who's in there filling in for Colton Schoendaler, who got hurt on a previous possession, did a great job of opening up that gap.
Colton got a shoe or a ankle taped, his right one, and now relacing his shoe. Graydon Mayfield, wide receiver right. Hayden Brown, wide receiver left for this 1st down and 10 play from the 42-yard line. Turn, play action, no keeper by Hunter Brown. Breaks through the tackle. Oh, and he just almost gets out of the grasp of Tyler Boone. Can't quite get there. Hunter Brown says, got my face mask pulled. The ball goes to the 38, gain of 4.
Boy, Chase Browse again had a nice block there, allowing Hunter Brown to pick up 4 yards on 1st down. And again, how important it is to pick up yardage on 4th down. So if you do get a 3rd down situation, it's like we just saw. It's a 3rd and 4 situation as opposed to a 3rd and 9 or 3rd and 11.
2nd and 7, 3:45 to go before halftime. Indians down 14-0. Doing this off the fumble recovery from Valley Center. Fumble, their 2nd turnover. I formation, tied in left. It's going to be a handoff to Schmidberger to throw. Nope, Hunter Brown ended up having to keep it. And he does. Oh, there's a late flag. Is Hayes High going to pick up 15 yards on their side of things? That was after the whistles had blown.
After the whistle, and the Valley Center players were coming back in as a flag was being thrown, so not sure who instigated.
No gain on the play. And it's going to be on the Hayes High. The official turned that way. The lead official says dead ball, personal foul on the Hayes High Indians. And 3rd down and 22 coming up for Hayes High.
And just what we talked about, this is not what the Hayes High Indian offense is set up to do. Valley Center won the toss and elected to first. So the Hayes High Indians started with the ball. The Hayes High Indians now in a 3rd and 22 situation. There's 3:29 on the clock. They need to do something here. They'll turn the ball back over to Valley Center, who would have the opportunity for that golden ticket, if you will, of 2 consecutive possessions on offense.
Safety Caden Pearson right now of Valley Center urging the crowd to come on. 3rd down and 27. Make that 23 for the Hayes High Indians. It's going to be an option play. Schmidberger gets back to the 50-yard line, and that is it. He'll get marked down at the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Schmidberger 93 yards on 9 carries. Valley Center not using their final timeout right now. 3:15 and counting in the 4th quarter. Hayes High likely to punt here on 4th down, and Logan Clark comes onto the field.
7 plays because of the penalty, net only 3 yards for the Hayes High Indians.
Hayes High had the football on what would have been, after a 4th and 3, they had it for 3rd and 7, very manageable. Now Valley Center sets up a return, more looking at, are they going to end up doing this? And the play clock hadn't started, so Hayes is taking every opportunity to go ahead and let this play clock run down. That play clock has been very slow at starting tonight. This is going to give Hayes High a chance to run about another 10 seconds off of the clock. Play clock is down to 10. The official is counting. He is probably the official clock. The snap back to Logan Clark. His kick is up. It is an end-over-end kick down to the 20, down to the 10. It's going to roll into the end zone. Hayes High just couldn't quite get there. 49-yard punt. No return. on the touchback, and it'll be Valley Center football, 2:22 to go in the first half, back at their own 20-yard line, and a chance for back-to-back possessions leading 14-0.
Boy, Graydon Mayfield was down there to be able to get that punt before it got into the end zone, but he couldn't pursue the back who was out back there, who was acting like he might pick that ball up off the bounce and run with it. So Graydon Mayfield had to protect against the rush of the receiver, and that's what caused that ball to roll in.
2:22 to go before halftime. Hayes High down 14-0. They had a big penalty they gave up to help one of the touchdowns, and then turned over the ball on a fumble near midfield to help out the other. Lang under center. He's going to hand off to Wilson. He's going to get wrapped up with the legs and then driven backwards. Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Wilson, 12 carries, 36 yards. He came in to this game averaging right on 5 yards per carry.
Tell you what, there's 2 minutes left in this half. It's now 2nd and 10. The Hayes High Indian defense needs to hold there. Again, Valley Center will get the ball coming out from halftime. Hayes High Indians needs to make sure they go in at halftime not down by anything more than 14-0.
Valley Center is very deliberate right here. With this, the clock continues to run. That play clock takes forever to wind. It just finally does.
Valley Center has 1 timeout left.
Dalton Cross to the right side. Wilson is the eye back. In front of him is Tyler Boone, who's getting a majority of the fullback reps. He fumbled on his last carry. Hayes High shows blitz. They bring the blitz. Play action pass. Lang looking deep down the field for a cross. It is going to be intercepted again by Keaton Markley. Keeps his feet at the 50. Left side return 40. Back to the 35-yard line. He's up at the 30 and driven out of bounds. Keaton Markley had 1 career interception before tonight. He has 2 in this game, and Hayes High has the football at the Valley Center 31-yard line.
Boy, and that time an unforced error by Wyatt Lang. There was actually pretty good protection on there. Wyatt Sheevy was blitzing, but he couldn't get back there to hit Wyatt Lang. Wyatt Lang took about 2 steps out to his right, his strong side, just threw the ball up there. Hayes High intercepts the ball for their 2nd interception of the game, 3rd turnover that they've forced in this game.
And that matches their season total coming into tonight. They had 1 fumble and 2 turnovers in 4 games. That's their total right now. So Hayes High, can you steal some momentum? 1 timeout left, 1:18 to go before halftime, trailing 14-0. Ball at the 31-yard line. Indians right to left. Throw the screen to Hayden Brown, and it bounces in. Indians 1 of 8 passing tonight.
And a well-covered screen. That ball wasn't going anywhere. Hayden Brown was probably going to get tackled the minute he caught that ball.
The line of scrimmage is at the 30. Hayes High down 14-0, but if you can somehow punch in some points here, you get a chance to, at best, make this a 1-possession ball game. Indians got down to the 20-yard line on their opening possession, but then lost the ball on downs.
Hayes High has 1 timeout left here to use in this last minute and 14 seconds.
Markley and Brown, wide receivers right. Hunter Brown, shotgun formation with Dylan Schmidberger. Ball from the 30, 5-yard snap. It's going to be a play-action pass. Brown to throw, looks down the middle. It's going to be almost intercepted by Dalton Cross. And Hayden Brown had made it behind the defense. Hunter underthrew it, 1 of 9 passing, 3rd and 10 coming up for Hayes High. They're taking some shots here to try to get this ball into the end zone, 1:09 before halftime.
You got to take your shots, and it's good to see them trying the passing game to pick up that yardage with now 1:09 left.
Mason Ibarra brings the play in from the sideline. Hayes High needs 10 yards to convert at the 20. Clock stopped at 1:09. Each team with a timeout left here before halftime after Wyatt Lang just threw his 2nd interception of the game. Power I formation for this play for Hunter Brown. He's going to turn, hand it off to Dylan Schmidberger. 25, gets near the 1st down, gets hit, stays on his feet. The whistle didn't hit, and now they hit him late. And Dylan Schmidberger comes up with a sprained ankle. The whistle sounds, no penalty, and it's going to be 4th down. And Dylan Schmidberger is hurt. If he's smart, he goes down here to help out the Hayes High Indians. It'll be 4th and 2. 101 yards for Dylan Schmidberger.
He's jogging off, but it's certainly favoring that left ankle. The Hayes High Indians now 4 and 2, and the clock is ticking with 14 seconds.
Lane Becker is now going to be the fullback. Do the Hayes High Indians just use the timeout here? Yep, they will.
Okay.
Boy, the Hayes High Indians, Dylan Schmidberger, whistle didn't blow, so he got up to try to continue to run, got hit late, and that's where he ends up getting injured, and now he gets attended to. Dylan's been playing with a bum right shoulder since the first game of the year as it is. 4th and 2 coming up for Hayes High from the 22. They are at the 20 earlier on 4th down and 9 and threw it incomplete. What do they do on 4th down and 2? That was their final timeout.
Tell you what, the Indians have a tough enough go starting as many as 8 players on both sides of the ball. It's hard enough to keep these players healthy. They don't need a late hit on an ankle to bust up another player. This now Dylan Schmidberger getting his
on the fill in session for each team. Oh, they're looking at the left knee of Dylan Schmidberger.
No, I thought it's the ankle, but you're right. They are looking at the knee.
Both hands on the face mask. Goodness. The whistle never blew. He got up he was continuing to try to run, took a late hit, and came up hobbling. So 4th and 2, and the Hayes High Indians will try to go for it. Lane Becker is now the fullback to the left of Hunter Brown. 3 wide receivers right. Valley Center, 3 down linemen. Brown is going to take the shotgun snap. Look to the right, throw complete to Keaton Markley and gets out of bounds. 4th down conversion. The second one of the night. It goes out at the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6 on the pass completion to Keaton Markley.
Hunter Brown picked up Keaton Markley early, got the ball out there quickly. Markley falls out of bounds to stop the clock with 28 seconds left.
16-yard line, Hayes High.
Hayes High Indians down 14-0, trying to get in the end zone, trying to get a score here so they don't go in with a goose egg at halftime.
Wyatt Sheevy, wide receiver left. Graydon Mayfield to the right. And then Hayden Brown will be the slot to the left, lined up outside of the tackle. He goes in motion. Brown to throw. Straight drop back under some pressure. Going to get hit. Now escape the pressure. Left side 20. Trying to get to the sideline 15. Gets a block 10. Gets to the 5. And he's going to go out of bounds with a first down run all the way down to the 5-yard line. It's going to be a run of 11 yards.
Lane Becker, filling in for Dylan Schmidberger as a running back, is downfield and makes a block 6 to 7 yards downfield to allow Hunter Brown to continue that run, pick up a first down, get inside the 5, and step out of bounds to stop the clock.
18 seconds in the half, ball on the 5-yard line. You got to score some points.
Lane Becker stepping up into that position and making a block for his quarterback.
This coaching staff really liked Lane Becker back in the preseason, said he's going to get to see some time. They just wish it wasn't at the expense of a hurt knee of Dylan Schmidberger on the training table right now. From the shotgun, 3 wide receivers left for Hunter Brown. Brown, play action pass, looking to the end zone. He unleashes it. It's caught. It's a touchdown for Hayden Brown. Hunter Brown to Hayden Brown, and the Indians are on the scoreboard with 13 seconds remaining in the first half, cutting the deficit down to 14-6.
The Hayes High Indians at 5 plays take advantage of the interception of Wyatt Lang. Go take the ball 30 yards, and get into the end zone to go in now 14-6, a chance to get within 1 score as they go to halftime.
Hunter, the senior, to the sophomore Hayden, and you know that makes a lot of smiles, and when you get to do something like that with your brother. So Logan Clark on to attempt the extra point to make this a 7-point game. The kick is up. It is through the uprights and good. Hayes High converted on 4th and 2 on a 7-yard pass to Keaton Markley, and then picked up a 5-yard touchdown pass from Hunter Brown to Hayden Brown, and the Hayes High Indians have made it a 14-7 game, each team taking advantage of a couple of turnovers. If the Hayes High Indians, quite honestly, Kurt David, score on their first possession, it's a 1-possession ball game right now, but maybe a tie game instead.
Maybe it's a tie game, and they brought the ball 62 yards down the field only to turn it over on downs. But they do get on the scoreboard. They do bring it in with 1 possession, and how important that is, because, again, Valley Center will start the second half with the ball. Now, they still have 13 seconds here, so it's so important that this is a good kick and that it's good coverage for the Hayes High Indians.
Hunter Brown's second touchdown pass of the season, number 14 of his career. Now the Indians need to avoid a long return here by Larry Wilson, who stands back at the 3-yard line, and he has speed to burn. Now the Hayes High Indians step up, get something going here. Logan Clark will kick off from the 40-yard line.
His first kickoff of the game, so we'll see if he can land this one into the end zone for the Hayes High Indians.
And Hayes High having to run some players on because this is where Dylan Schmidberger would be playing a little bit. Good sign seeing Dylan run around on the sideline trying to work out that knee. You have to chain him to the stadium before he won't go back in this game tonight in his senior year. Logan Clark to kick off. He's waiting for the officials. There's the whistle. And Clark's kick is going to be a high, short kick. This is going to hit the ground. Nope, it's going to be a fair catch taken. It is by the tight end, Zach Gillig. at the 30-yard line. What will Valley Center do here? Because they had an opportunity to go up 21-0 before halftime, but threw an interception. Does Valley Center take a knee or maybe hand off to the dangerous Larry Wilson? Ball officially at the 32. Hayes High with 7 possessions in the first half. This is the 6th by Valley Center, and right now they show a knee, but you do not let up for a second on this. It is Parker Schrader back at the quarterback position to take the knee. There it is, and there's the half. But the Hayes High Indians fight their way back into this game, 14-7 at halftime. Kurt David, Hayes High was on the ropes. Keaton Markley, back-to-back interceptions, give themselves a chance for the second half.
Boy, exactly right. The Hayes High Indians started out strong with a 6-play, 62-yard drive that drove it deep into the Valley Center Hornet territory, only to turn it over on downs. Then for the Hayes High Indian offense, it was fumble, punt, punt, and then finally taking advantage of forced mistakes on part of Valley Center, where in 3 consecutive possessions, Valley Center fumbled the ball. Then 2 deep passes by Wyatt Lang, where he was pressured. He threw interceptions. Hayes High Indians bringing the run back to the 30-yard line in Valley Center territory. And then in 3 plays, getting it into the end zone. On 5 plays, getting it into the end zone to bring the score to 14-7 at halftime. Valley Center looked like the team that wanted to play with more energy, that this game meant more to them than it did for the Hayes High Indians. Hayes High Indians finding a way to regroup and force the offense of Valley Center into some mistakes to bring this game back into range.
It is 14-7 halftime. Hayes High down by 7. This is Hayes High Indian football.
Eagle Television High School Sports, brought to you by Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes, Corey, Pam, and the entire staff support the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today 628-6712. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity.
Lifetime Dental Care is devoted to helping you, your family, and friends achieve your healthiest and brightest smile. They are now accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 to schedule your appointment. They know every person's dental needs are unique, and that is why they offer you a comprehensive selection of treatment options in a comfortable and caring atmosphere. Dr. Lowe and his dental team want you to enjoy your visit. Lifetime Dental Care, accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 or see them at lifetimedentalcare.com.
Gut Shock Equipment, family owned since 1973. Choose from an incredible selection of products, including ArcticCat. Stop dreaming, start riding. Always wear a helmet and don't drink and ride. Kurt Staub Agency, your American family insurance agent with locations in Hayes and Ellis. Just the right coverage for wherever your dreams take you. Verney's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Verney's Hamburger House, 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Rind Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Rind today. Cross Manufacturing, looking for a few good people to join their team. Apply today. Cross Manufacturing. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful. Energy efficient and comfortable with quality products they stand behind. See them online at homesteelsiding.com.
Thank you for choosing the style Classic Quality Body Shop.
Classic Quality Body Shop has had the pleasure of serving this area since 1984. Much like a sports team, Shelton and his team have worked hard, grown together, and followed the playbook of taking care of customers to become one of the most highly regarded body shops in the area. Support your local team, whether on the field or when choosing who you do business with.
Thank you for choosing the style Classic Quality Body Shop.
See their ad in the Next Tech directory.
Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Steel Fabrications. Thirsties, before the game, during the game, and after the game. Enjoy great food and a great atmosphere. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Call or stop by today for all your real estate needs. Nextech Wireless, avid supporters of local athletic programs and have sponsored multiple school events. Are you ready for something different? See Nextech Wireless. NCK Tech, North Central Kansas Technical College, is dedicated to being a leader in workforce development by maximizing value for students, employers, and communities. Log on to ncktc.edu to see what they can do for you. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years, Paul Wurtenberger Construction. Insurance Planning Incorporated, insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance planning, IPI Financial Services, and AgPro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online today at HayesChevrolet.com.
Good morning.
Everyone in Hayes says you can clean anything. So can you get this tough stain out?
Grape jelly, we can get that out.
Wow, you guys really are good.
Master Cleaners in Hayes offers a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free pickup and delivery.
G&L Tire and Automotive. G&L Tire is proud to be voted #1 tire store by the people of Hayes since 2005. They've been a part of the community since 1997 and look forward to seeing you at 201 East 8th in Hayes. Walmart. Save money, live better, Walmart. Whiskey Creek Wood Fire Grill, where the fire's always burning. Whiskey Creek. Leon's Welding and Fabrication. From welding and fabrication to sandblasting and powder coating to supporting the community, you can always count on Leon's Welding and Fabrication. Commerce Bank. Here's the ones that rise to the challenge. Commerce Bank. Commercial Builders. On time, on target, on budget. Commercial Builders. Redeem Designs. Screen print, embroidery, design. Where you'll find better ideas, better designs, better people. Come experience the best. 2204 Vine in Hayes. Redeem Designs. James Motor Company. Proud to serve our hometown athletes. They have an excellent selection of new and used Buick, Cadillac, and GMC vehicles. See the good guys for the best deal around. James Motor Company, 13th and Main in Hayes.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood. Like you, this is where we live. In fact, our company is employee-owned, so it's our goal to improve the quality of life for everyone in our community by delivering faster, more reliable internet, clearer, more feature-laden phone service, quality TV channels, all with the level of customer service you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communications. Our community connected.
Eagle Television High School Sports, brought to you by Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes, Corey, Pam, and the entire staff support the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today 628-6712. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity.
Lifetime Dental Care is devoted to helping you, your family, and friends achieve your healthiest and brightest smile. They are now accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 to schedule your appointment. They know every person's dental needs are unique, and that is why they offer you a comprehensive selection of treatment options in a comfortable and caring atmosphere. Dr. Lowe and his dental team want you to enjoy your visit. Lifetime Dental Care, accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 or see them at lifetimedentalcare.com.
Gut Shock Equipment, family owned since 1973. Choose from an incredible selection of products, including Arctic. Stop dreaming. Start in just the right coverage for wherever your dreams take you. Bernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Bernie's Hamburger House, 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Rind Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Rind today. Cross Manufacturing, looking for a few good people to join their team. Apply today. Cross Manufacturing. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient and comfortable with quality products they stand behind. See them online at homesteelsiding.com.
Thank you for choosing the style Classic Quality Body Shop.
Classic Quality Body Shop has had the pleasure of serving this area since 1984. Much like a sports team, Shelton and his team have worked hard, grown together, and followed the playbook of taking care of customers to become one of the most highly regarded body shops in the area. Support your local team, whether on the field or when choosing who you do business with.
Thank you for choosing the style Classic Quality Body Shop.
See their ad in the Next Tech directory.
Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Steel Fabrications. Thirsties, before the game, during the game, and after the game. Enjoy great food and a great atmosphere. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Call or stop by today for all your real estate needs. Next Tech Wireless, avid supporters of local athletic programs, and have sponsored multiple school events. Are you ready for something different? See Next Tech Wireless. NCK Tech, North Central Kansas Technical College, is dedicated to being a leader in workforce development by maximizing value for students, employers, and communities. Log on to ncktc.edu to see what they can do for you. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years, Paul Wurtenberger Construction. Insurance Planning Incorporated, insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and AgPro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online today at HayesChevrolet.com.
Good morning.
Everyone in Hayes says you can clean anything. So can you get this tough stain out?
Grape jelly, we can get that out.
Wow, you guys really are good.
Master Cleaners in Hayes offers a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free pickup and delivery.
G&L Tire and Automotive. G&L Tire is proud to be voted #1 tire store by the people of Hayes since 2005. They've been a part of the community since 1997 and look forward to seeing you at 201 East 8th in Hayes. Walmart. Save money, live better, Walmart. Whiskey Creek Woodfire Grill, where the fire's always burning. Whiskey Creek. Leon's Welding and Fabrication. From welding and fabrication to sandblasting and powder coating to supporting the community, you can always count on Leon's Welding and Fabrication. Commerce Bank. Bank. On Builders. Better design for Vine and Hayes. Excellent selection new and used viewing in Hayes.
As employee-owned community. Quality TV channels, customer service for neighbors. Eagle
Television High School Sports, brought to you by Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes, Corey, Pam, and the entire staff support the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today 628-6712. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity.
Lifetime Dental Care is devoted to helping you, your family, and friends achieve your healthiest and brightest smile. They are now accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 to schedule your appointment. They know every person's dental needs are unique, and that is why they offer you a comprehensive selection of treatment options in a comfortable and caring atmosphere. Dr. Lowe and his dental team want you to enjoy your visit. Lifetime Dental Care, accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 or see them at lifetimedentalcare.com.
Gut Shock Equipment, family owned since 1973. Choose from an incredible selection of products, including Arctic Cat. Stop dreaming, start riding. Always wear a helmet and don't drink and ride. Kurt Staub Agency, your American family insurance agent with locations in Hayes and Ellis. Just the right coverage for wherever your dreams take you. Vernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Marianne, Bonnie, and the staff at Vernie's Hamburger House, 17th and Vine in Hayes. Bacon Rind Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Rind today. For a few good people to join their team. Apply today. Cross manufacturing, their home or business. Beautiful. Enter CMO.
Area since 1984. Much like a sports team, Shelton and his team have worked hard, grown together, and followed the playbook of taking care of customers to become one of the most highly regarded body shops in the area. Support your local team, whether on the field or when choosing who you do business with.
Thank you for choosing the style, classic, quality body shop.
See their ad in the Next Tech directory.
Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Steel Fabrications. Thirsties. Before the game, during the game, and after the game. Enjoy great food and a great atmosphere. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. At Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, they believe there is nothing more powerful or more important than a home. Call or stop by today for all your real estate needs. Nextech Wireless. Avid supporters of local athletic programs and have sponsored multiple school events. Are you ready for something different? See Nextech Wireless. NCK Tech, North Central Kansas Technical College, is dedicated to being a leader in workforce development by maximizing value for students, employers, and communities. Log on to ncktc.edu to see what they can do for you. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial. Building dreams for over 30 years, Paul Wurtenberger Construction. Insurance planning and live for business. Price.
You can.
Grape jelly, we can get that out.
Wow, you guys really are good.
Master Cleaners in Hayes offers a variety of services including dry cleaning, alterations, laundry, tuxedo rentals, and free pickup and delivery.
G&L Tire and Automotive. G&L Tire is proud to be voted #1 tire store by the people of Hayes since 2005. They've been a part of the community since Monkey Creek Woodfire Grill. From welding to supporting the... Here's the one... Come experience 204 Vine in Hayes.
For everyone in our community by delivering faster, more reliable internet, clearer, more feature-laden phone service, quality TV channels, all with the level of customer service you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Eagle Television High School Sports, brought to you by Service Master Clean of Hayes. From the major accidents to the minor incidents, Service Master Clean of Hayes, Corey, Pam, and the entire staff support the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today 628-6712. Thomas More Prep Marion, through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni.
Tonight on both.
It ends now. We talked about it just before we went into halftime. had the ball on in their own
iced up of Dylan Schmidt. But
I don't want to say
fabrications from the first half. On into Wilson, the off their longest quarter by time of the season back in the second quarter. Of course, multiple turnovers, punts, and stoppage of play, including an injury, a part of that. We've seen Colton Schoendaler go down tonight as well, but he's had his helmet back on.
I have never seen a receiving team decline the penalty of the ball going out of bounds. They've always taken advantage of the field position. I think this is the first time I have ever seen that.
You would get it to 35, but Coach Caleb Smith for Valley Center, 20-21 in his fifth year here, wants his returner, Larry Wilson, to have the ball, and he'll have an opportunity. He'll take it on the run from the 13-yard line, middle return 30, 35. He's going to get decked. He's going to get hit at the 35, 36 and go down there. Boy, the whistles again take forever to blow. They end up with 1 yard positive out of that. I think that was Wyatt Sheevy that made the stick on special teams. So Valley Center, out of all of that, gets 1 extra yard.
And in the meantime, Larry Wilson gets walloped by 2 or 3 Hayes High Indians on the coverage side.
We were wondering who would start the second half at quarterback for Valley Center. The answer is going to be Wyatt Lang, the senior quarterback who got hurt in the first half of the first game, missed everything until now. We saw him warming up. First half, he went 1 for 5 with a completion to Dalton Cross and then 2 interceptions. First play, he'll hand off. It's going to go to Wilson. Wilson spins off a hit, gets taken down. Graydon Mayfield in at that defensive end position now with the injury to Dylan Schmidberger. Ball up to the 44-yard line, gain of 8 on first down. And telling you that injury to Dylan Schmidberger is going to play huge on this defensive line especially.
And that's the side of the line Valley Center started the game to, going towards Graydon Mayfield.
Remember, it was a play where the whistle didn't blow and Hayes High continued to run, and Dylan Schmidberger got hurt on the next hit. Lang's going to hand off again to Wilson. Wilson right side is trying to get the first down. He'll get held up right short of the line of gain. He gets to the 45 and sets up third down and 1 yard for Valley Center.
Palmer Hutchinson in on the tackle that time to help back up Graydon Mayfield again. Back in new at that defensive end position.
Well, Hayes High going to have to gut through this thing, down 14-7, trying to get a stop of Valley Center to open up the second half. They forced Valley Center into 3 turnovers in the first half. That was their total from the first 4 games. They go I formation. Tyler Boone, the fullback, laying under center this time. Laying long snap count. Can't get Hayes to jump. Indians go 3 down linemen on this one. Standing defensive end to the left side, Graydon Mayfield. Brown crowds the line. It's going to be a handoff to Boone. He's going to get hit short of the line of scrimmage, and the Hayes High Indians will hold on third down on a tackle for loss by the Indians, Chase Browse.
Chase Browse and the Hayes High Indian defensive line is going to force about a half-yard loss there, now putting Valley Center Hornets into a 4th down possession.
That was 4th and a half, 3rd and a half a yard. This is 4th and a full yard from the 45-yard line. Does Valley Center go for it from their own 45, leading 14-7 right now? It looks like they will. Aaron Koch, the punter, does not come out onto the field. Valley Center punted just once. That was on their opening possession. Wilson to the left of the quarterback on this play. 4 wide receivers, 2 right, 2 left for Lang. Hard snap count. Play clock down to 8. Indians not jumping on 4th and 1 from Valley Center's 45-yard line. Play clock down to 1. Snap just in time. Lang to throw near side. It is caught. And Tavian Kramer misses the tackle. Up the sideline is going to be Zach Williams. And a quick hitch to the near side and a 4th down conversion for Valley Center. They just got the snap off. It's a gain of 15 yards.
Wyatt Lang making a quick throw, and on that type of yardage where you only need 1 yard.
2 catches tonight. Tight end left. Got some speed. 40 inside of 20 game.
Great blocks, now comes in at that far side defensive end position.
Indians down 14-7, couldn't hold on 4th down and 1. Valley Center went for it from their own 45-yard line and completed a pass. Snap back to Lang. He's going to hand off to Wilson. Wilson caught around the ankles but escapes the first tackle. Now taken down at the 25-yard line. Gain of 2. Larry Wilson, 17 carries, 59 yards, but he has scored on 2 occasions tonight. Second and 8 from the 25. Valley Center approaching the red zone where they've been twice and scored twice tonight. 2 wide receivers left, 1 to the skinny side of the field. And then shotgun formation for Lang. The running back, Wilson, to his right. Lang puts a man in motion right to left. The running back will follow that to the left side. Wilson gets hit initially in the backfield, takes his man inside the 25. First contact again by Chase Browse. Third down and medium after a gain of 1 to the 24.
And now a passing situation for Wyatt Lang in the Valley Center Hornet offense. Hayes High Indian defense can't play 2 or 3 yards off the receivers. It's going to be a 3rd and 6 situation there, and if Wyatt Lang throws it close to the first down marker, if you're 2 yards off the receiver, you're going to give up a first down.
Valley Center has already gone for it on 4th down from their own side of the field. You imagine this is 4-down territory. Now a little confusion in the huddle. A player left, now comes back. Play clock down to 10. Hayes High has to hold ready here on 3rd down and 6. Lang has a running back to his right and left on 3rd and 6 from just inside the 25-yard line. Long snap count. Lang wants to throw right now under some pressure. Rolls out to his right, and he fumbles the football. Knocked away by Blackman. It's on the turf. Who has the football? And it is Valley Center football. The Indians came up with it. Standing up with the football is Palmer Hutchison, but they say it's Valley Center football. 4th down and long. Blackman forced the fumble.
He forced it. Lane Becker, though, back in there with pressure as well. Lane coming in a substitute position, just playing fantastically, both offensively and defensively.
Ball back to the 42. It's a loss of 18 on the sack. And so Koch will punt for a second time tonight. He will stand at his own 41-yard line. The snap from the 42-yard line. A good snap. The Indians rush and nearly get there. High punt. Indians are going to let it bounce, and it takes a Valley Center bounce inside the 10, and then it rolls back onto the 10-yard line. So it ends up being a 32-yard punt, but a big-time play by Dante Blackman, the strip sack. Hayes High thought they recovered it, but they'll have the ball at their own 10, down 14-7. A long drive by Valley Center of 5 minutes and 5 seconds.
7 plays, but consumed 23 yards they consumed. What's important is the Hayes High Indian defense forced them into a punt situation.
Hayes High now with the ball at their own 10-yard line, 90 yards to pay dirt in a tie game. Doing so without the Hayes High Indian starting fullback, Dylan Schmidberger. Now the Indians, Chase Browse rushing on late for this play. 10 seconds on the play clock. Hayes High doesn't want a 5-yard penalty. They got to hurry up out of this from the 10-yard line. 1st and 10. Shotgun formation. Play clock down to 3. Now I formation. Brown turns, hands off to Lane Becker. Becker's going to get about a yard, maybe 2, out to the 12-yard line.
You know, that's really the 3rd play now where the Hayes High Indians, for some reason, substituting or confusion, has had to rush that center to quarterback exchange, rush that play, and they've been very unproductive on all 3 of them.
Well, I'll tell you exactly why. That's because it's on the offensive line, and Hayes High right now just shuffling offensive linemen to figure out who is healthy enough to play. So Becker with the carry, his 2nd career carry, picks up 2 yards out to the 12-yard line after the Indians hold Valley Center to a punt. Down 14-7, 3 wide receivers sent out to the right, 1 out to the left. That's Palmer Hutchison. Shotgun formation. Becker is the protector back there for Hunter Brown on 2nd down. Play action pass. Hunter Brown rolls out to his right, still behind the line of scrimmage, looking for somewhere to throw, throws it to the sideline, caught by Keaton Markley. He'll gain a yard or so, and Hunter Brown got planted back in the end zone. No penalty on Tyler Boone. 3rd down coming up, a gain of 1 on the play out to the 13 on the completion to Keaton Markley.
Hunter Brown was having to rush out of the pocket. Tyler Boone sniffed that out and had Hunter Brown all the way back at the 2-yard line before Hunter was able to get rid of that ball. Now a 3rd and 7 situation.
From the 13, and you have to ask the question, of course, how conservative, how aggressive do you get? You're only down a touchdown, 5.5 to go 3rd quarter. You don't want to give Valley Center the ball on a turnover near the end zone. So 3rd down and 7. Hayes High goes shotgun. Hayden Brown in motion in front of Hunter Brown. Hunter Brown to throw, has pressure, looks down the field. He lobs it up. It's going to be intercepted. That was lobbed right into the hands of Dalton Cross, Indians' 3rd turnover of the night, first via the interception. The ball goes out to about the 31, make that the 36 is where the interception ends up. Each team with 3 turnovers in the game now. So Valley Center gets the football and again starts in Hayes High territory, this time at the 36, 14-7. Hayes High down by 7. They scored with 13 seconds remaining before the end of the first half to get back in this game.
So now Valley Center for the 3rd time in this game, starting in Hayes High Indian territory. It's been around the 40-yard line. The previous ones this now inside the 40 at the 36.
Play clock down to 7. Lang has to hurry everybody out. Play clock is down to 3. Takes a snap, hands off to Wilson. Wilson tries the left side, gets through an arm tackle, and then he's brought down at the 30. Gain of 6, and the Indians still getting contact in the backfield, but not getting the tackles in the backfield. 2nd down and 4 from the 30 for Valley Center with the lead at 14-7. That was our halftime score. Valley Center punted. Hayes High threw an interception to open up the second half. 2 wide receivers right, 1 to the left. A new receiver in the game for Valley Center that way. Caleb Raines is into the game for a rare time on offense. It's going to be a handoff to Wilson. Cut back, 2 blocks. He's up the middle. He'll get hit by Tavian Kramer. Just shy of the 10-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 19 on the cutback, and they like to give that cutback to Larry Wilson. He's up to 77 yards now on 20 carries.
And credit Tavian Kramer on that to come back and set up for that. Really didn't allow Wilson to make a cut near the end there to get into the end zone. Tavian Kramer with a nice open field tackle to save a touchdown.
Valley Center into the red zone. 3rd time tonight they've scored twice. Wide receiver right, Caden Pearson. 2 wide receivers left include Dalton Cross, who has 2 big catches tonight. Lang, the senior quarterback, back after sitting 3.5 games with a right knee injury. He's going to hand off to Wilson. Wilson again on the cutback, gets hit behind the line of scrimmage. Logan Schulte's there to pull him down for a loss of 4 yards on 1st down.
Great pursuit. That time the defensive line putting Larry Wilson on the ground, and he is slow to get up after that hit. We talked about how hard the Hayes High Indians hit. Larry Wilson at 150 pounds. It's going to be interesting to see how he persevered into the 3rd and 4th quarter, that time getting up slow after that hit.
They'll mark it at the 14, so it's a loss of 3 on the play. On his 21st carry, 72 yards for Wilson, who remains in the game. I formation this time. Tyler Boone is the fullback. Dalton Cross, wide receiver, way out to the right side of the field, matched up with Hunter Brown. Lang rolls that way, looking down the field. Now he's under some pressure, throws. It is going to be caught. Was it a catch made over there? It was by Zach Gillig.
Dante Blackman applying some pressure, got a hit right after the ball was thrown, but Wyatt Lang scrambling out to the wide side, right side of the field, his strong side, and able to complete that pass. But Dante Blackman getting pressure on him.
Down to the 9. So 3rd down and 3 on the 5-yard catch made by Gillig.
Matthew Yunker coming into the game to give Logan Schulte a little bit of a rest on this 3rd down play.
That's Gillig's first catch of the year. He's 6'5". Play clock down to 10. Lang steps up on 3rd down and 3, looks at the sideline, I formation, play clock down to 5. A turn, a toss into the hands of Wilson. Wilson coming near side, looking for the edge. The Indians are there to make the tackle. There on the scene to make the tackle is Hayden Brown, and it goes back to the 10 for a loss of a yard. Hayden Brown with his 2nd tackle for loss tonight.
And now it looks like Valley Center bringing in their kicking team to try to put 3 on the board. The Hayes High Indians back them up a yard, now a 4th and 3 situation from the 10-yard line.
And here comes the field goal unit. The tee is placed at the 17-yard line, so a 27-yard field goal for Aaron Koch, who's 3 for 5 this year, his long 32 yards. This from the left hash in a 14-7 game in the 3rd quarter. Koch says he's ready. There's the snap. The kick is on the way. It is looking good, and it is. And the Hayes High Indians, after the interception, hold Valley Center to a field goal, but an important field goal at that. It's back to a 2-possession ball game at 17-7, 2:38 to go in the 3rd quarter. Even that possession right there to hold them to a field goal took a lot of time off the clock.
Exactly did. It took quite a bit of time. There's now only 2 minutes and 38 seconds left. But how important after the turnover, after giving Valley Center the ball in great field position, how important it is to hold them to a field goal.
That comes after the interception. 10 of the points by Valley Center tonight have come after Hayes High turnovers. 17-7 Valley Center. Indian football brought to you by Thirsties, Paul Wartenberger Construction, Service Master Clean of Hayes, Master Cleaners, and Steel Fabrications.
Valley Center 5 plays, take the ball 26 yards, consume 2 minutes and 35 seconds on the clock to leave 2:38 left in this third quarter. Now up 17-7 against the Hayes High Indians, who will get the ball back in this second half.
Coach will kick off. There's, again, no wind tonight here at Valley Center. Beautiful facility, by the way. Valley Center in purple in the end zones. The kick end over end, and Hunter Brown will have to return from the 4-yard line. Center return 10, 15, runs into his own man, tries to get out to the 20, and he won't quite make it there. The ball will be marked at the 18 or 19-yard line. Hayden Brown on the return ended up running up into his own guy to impede his process. Ball at the 19 for the Hayes High Indians, down 17-7. Got to find some offense with 2:31 remaining third quarter.
Best football field at a junior high I've ever seen in my life, Dustin.
1st and 10 from the 19. Again, the Indians without Dylan Schmidberger for the second half, walking around with ice taped to his left knee, no helmet, walking around trying to encourage his teammates here. Kid's tough as nails. If he could be in there, he would. Lane Becker is going to be the fullback in this I formation. It's a turn. It's a handoff to Keaton Markley. Cut back. He's going to get out to near the 30 or 25-yard line. And a nice gain on first down for the Hayes High Indians. Keaton Markley, just his 3rd carry of the night. It goes out to the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on first down.
Interesting there. A little bit of a fake to Lane Becker, who then led a block, but they clearly were looking for Lane Becker, keying off him to run that ball, and Keaton Markley running it. So, again, maybe a situation here where Dylan Schmidberger's out. That's disadvantageous, but it is causing some confusion for the Valley Center defensive line and linebackers.
Braden Mayfield, wide receiver right. Hayden Brown left. Play clock down to 9 on 2nd down and 3 after the 7-yard run just across the 25. Play action rolling out is going to be the Indians. And Braden Mayfield, does he make the catch? He does on the sideline. Nice catch by Graydon Mayfield, his first career catch out at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 4 for Mayfield, the senior's first catch.
Graydon Mayfield using all 6 foot 4 inches to reach up and bring that ball down for a first down.
Hayes High gets the sticks to move out at the 30-yard line. Trying to head down the field, down by 10, 17-7, moving left to right. That's south to north here at Valley Center. I formation. It's going to be a handoff. Keaton Markley picks his hold and gets hit by Caleb Raines and stopped 2 yards past the line of scrimmage out at the 32. Caleb Raines not playing much offense tonight, but he's seeing a ton of time on defense. The inside linebacker, 29 tackles on the year coming into tonight.
Well, and there's a case where the Hayes High Indian offensive line is getting blocks on the defensive line, but they can't seem to break those blocks and get a second block on a linebacker downfield. And that time only allowing for a 2-yard pickup on first down. It's so important for the Indians to get good yardage on first down so that they don't have long yardage situations and have to go into a must-pass situation.
10-point deficit, 1:10 to go third quarter. Hayes High laid out of the huddle. There's 9 seconds on the play clock. I formation, Brown under center. Markley is the tailback. Lane Becker the fullback. A turn, play action pass. Brown steps up, throws to Graydon Mayfield. He's hit as he tries to make the catch. Incomplete. Jarred loose by Zach Quant, the 160-pound senior cornerback. 57 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And the Indians will see the clock stop for 3rd down and 8. They were 0 for 6 on third downs in the first half, 2 for 3 on 4th downs. Mason Ibarra brings the play in from the sideline on 3rd and 8.
And his Hayes High Indian offense has got to find an answer for number 8, Patrick Gillen. He's a 228-pound senior, and that time unblocked with pursuit on Hunter Brown.
Wide receiver off to the left, one to the right. That's Hayden Brown. He has the Indians' only points. I formation. Here comes the blitz from Valley Center. Handoff to Keaton Markley. Cuts back 40, 45-yard line. Gets taken down as he gets to the 44 is where he officially goes down on the cutback, and a conversion on 3rd down for the first time tonight by the Hayes High Indians.
And the Hayes High Indians double team Patrick Gillen, that same defensive end who was getting pressure on Hunter Brown on passing situations. Double team him, and then run right through that gap, picking up the first down.
Hayes Hayes High down by 10. They force a punt, then throw an interception. Off that interception, they hold Valley Center to 3, a 27-yard field goal. Hayden Brown sprints out to the left as the running back. Graydon Mayfield with a catch in the second half to the right. Tight end left side as well for the Hayes High Indians. Turn, play action. Brown pump fake looking down the field for Graydon Mayfield. It'll be out of bounds. And Brown takes a shot in the throwing motion. And as you mentioned, Patrick Gillen, big kid, 6'4", and 228 pounds. Hunter Brown passing tonight, 5 of 16, just 15 yards, but does have a touchdown.
So now a 2nd and 10 situation because they chose to pass there. We'll see if a pass and that threat of the pass opens up any kind of running game now for the Hayes High Indians.
And the linebackers are about 5-6 yards off the line of scrimmage. Instead of crowding it, they do have a standing defensive end. Turn, handoff to Keaton Markley. Has to make the first guy miss 3 yards back in the backfield. He will get a yard to the 45. 3rd and 9 coming up. Hayes High does not have to run a play in this third quarter if they do not want to. And Hayes High looks like they will be content to go to the fourth quarter. Down 17-7. It's just Hayes High's second possession of the second half. We're back in a minute for fourth quarter football here from Valley Center. This is Hayes High Indian football. Tag a legal onto this, please.
Lifetime Dental Care is devoted to helping you, your family, and friends achieve your healthiest and brightest smile. They are now accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 to schedule your appointment. They know every person's dental needs are unique, and that is why they offer you a comprehensive selection of treatment options in a comfortable and caring atmosphere. Dr. Lowe and his dental team want you to enjoy your visit. Lifetime Dental Care, accepting new patients. Call 625-7969 or see them at lifetimedentalcare.com.
For over 60 years, Eagle Communications has been the leader in value and service. And over that time, our specialized teams have been helping businesses grow because Eagle is your one-stop for business solutions. We can provide the latest in hosted phone, reliable fiber internet, IT support, business compliance, and network planning. Plus, we offer affordable advertising on television, radio, and digital platforms. Call our employee owners today and let us serve you. Eagle Communications, our community connected.
The final 12 minutes of regulation popped up onto the clock. Hayes High trails Valley Center 17-7. They trailed by as much as 14. Here's 3rd and 9. They flip the field, head right to left. Hayes High wants to snap the ball quick, and now the officials coming in and waving everything off. Yep. Yep. The music has been going too long throughout the night, and the officials will warn the press box to open up the fourth quarter. And the Valley Center crowd booed. Class.
It was Sweet Caroline.
Class. 17-7, shotgun formation, 3rd and 9. Brown to throw, has a little bit of time, gets hit as he throws, completes to Keaton Markley. They're going to gain 10 and a first down to the 44-yard line. Hayes High got 2 more yards than they needed on 3rd and 9.
I'll tell you what, 8 plays on this drive so far, and now a 3rd first down. Hayes High Indians, a nice, consistent ball drive play. How important it will be for the Hayes High Indians to score here and keep the ball out of the hands of the Valley Center offense.
First down, Hayes High. They did not convert on 3rd down in the first half. They are 2 for 2 on this drive. Slot left, Hayden Brown. 2 wide receivers that way as well. Sheevy along with Markley. Option play right. Hunter Brown is going to pitch late to Lane Becker. Becker inside the 44-yard line of the line of scrimmage. He'll get 2 down to the 42.
He picks up 2 after initial contact. So those are good yards for Lane Becker again after the initial contact. Lane Becker coming in well to play both offensively and defensively for an injured Dylan Schmidberger.
5'7", 162-pound freshman had 1 carry for 8 yards on the season coming into tonight. 2 carries for 4 yards tonight. 2nd and 8 for the Indians from the Valley Center 42-yard line, down by 10. Graydon Mayfield, wide receiver right. Again, 3 to the left. Hunter Brown in the shotgun formation. Becker to his right. On this play, looks to throw. Quick on the screen and hopped it into Hayden Brown, and Brown had room to run. Indian football is being brought to you by Insurance Planning Incorporated, Gottschalk Equipment, Hayes Chevrolet, Walmart, American Family Insurance Agent Kurt Staub, and Verney's Hamburger House, that was the screenplay that Hayes High was trying to set up. That had a chance for some big yards.
Yeah, that had a chance, and they had Lane Becker covering Patrick Gillen, so there wasn't that much pressure on Hunter Brown on that particular play.
3rd and 8, 4 wide receivers. Hayes High down 2 possessions. They're at the Valley Center 42. Valley Center shows blitz. They bring the blitz off the edge. Brown in trouble right away. Goes down at midfield. Nobody picked up Aaron Koch. The outside linebacker came untouched. No opportunity, and Hayes High has to punt the football.
Yeah, Valley Center brought 8 people, 7 or 8 people on that particular play, and just got back quickly. You know, Coach Rath talked in pregame about how this was a very fast defense that Valley Center had, and they showed it on that play. They were in the backfield quickly.
So a punt from midfield for the Hayes High Indians. You felt like with that ball at the 42, you get some yards. You look at going for it on 4th. High snap, but Logan Clark goes up to get it. Nice punt, will bounce inside the 10. Hayes High tries to down it inside the 5. They slip and can't get to it. 50-yard punt, no return, but the ball will be placed at the 20. Hayes High Valley Center first down and 10. Hayes High needs a quick stop and get the football back down 17-7.
Well, Hayes High Indians had the ball for 10 plays. They took 32 yards down the field. Really no mistakes penalty-wise, but ended up having to punt the ball. They kept it out of Valley Center's hands for 4 minutes and 15 seconds.
The big play, a sack on 3rd down. The Indians lost 8 yards on the sack. So Valley Center from the 20 leading 17-7. A field goal in the second half to their credit. Wyatt Lang, the senior quarterback, hands off to Wilson. Wilson comes near side, gets wrapped up. He will go nowhere. There's the Hayes High Indians line again. Dante Blackman is there. That is Palmer Hutchison, very slow to get up. A loss of 1 on the play.
And now you got to think that the Valley Center offense is going to be comfortable running the ball. The clock stopped now with 10 seconds. Hayes High Indians got a player down on a knee, Tynesha looks like.
I think that was Palmer Hutchison. He's been not seen much on the offensive side. He's been up very slowly on the defensive side tonight. Tavian Kramer is in. He started the game for Will Sinnott tonight. At that cornerback position, he'll jog over to the left where there are 2 wide receivers, 1 out to the right. Play clock down to 4 seconds. Lang has to snap it in a hurry. Does so. Hands off again to Wilson. Wilson gets a hold left side, breaks 1 tackle, a 2nd tackle. Watch out. There's the Hayes High Indians. Hunter Brown to save the tackle. He had to get off of his man to make a touchdown-saving tackle. Wilson ran right through 2 tacklers.
Well, I tell you what, Larry Wilson was at full speed, and Hunter Brown held this ground. Great tackle by Hunter Brown, but boy, don't you hold your breath a little bit when you see Hunter Brown have to make that kind of an open field tackle with his shoulders.
Make that 14 yards on the gain for Larry Wilson. 24 carries tonight, 84 yards, and they just keep feeding him the football and waiting for him to break one. And right now, Valley Center just wants to kill clock. Hayes High down 17-7. Again, defense standing hard, but can't get much on offense. Trio receivers right side. They hand off to Wilson to run that side, and the Indians there to meet him with 3 different guys. And the Indians, and now they're going to throw a flag. The clock doesn't stop, and Hayes High is making the tackle, and they're going to throw a flag.
And it's unfortunate. Valley Center had committed a hold, so Valley Center had a hold before the flag thrown on what they're going to call an excessive or late hit against the Hayes High Indians.
Well, and depending on this penalty, if they call that one after it, there will be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the, they could offset, but if one of them was a dead ball penalty, they shouldn't offset.
I bet I wouldn't surprise them if they call that a dead ball penalty. They're going to talk like they were blowing the whistle, and Larry Wilson they're going to say body slam to the ground.
Head coach Randall Rath not pleased with the officials tonight for one reason and one reason only. Hayes High has been hit several times late, and they have a player out of the game because of it.
And Valley Center coach is wanting somebody from Hayes High ejected. Valley Center coach being very vocal with the officiating staff.
They still have the penalty situation to talk about here, so there's all of that. And again, if there's one penalty in the spot of the foul and then a dead ball, you have to go back to where that flag was thrown, mark off 10 yards from what is the 31-yard line, and then add on the 15 from there. So neither coach real pleased with the proceedings right now. See if we can get a word in. The official does have a mic to the PA system tonight. Holding on Valley Center. So there's the 10 yards on Valley Center, their first penalty of the second half. Personal foul, Hayes High after the play. And no ejection. So Valley Center's upset about it. And Hayes High and their crowd is echoing what we've been talking about, that if you're not going to blow the whistle, Hayes High trains their players yearly. You do that, you play until the whistle. And if you're not going to play until the whistle, that's something not looked on lightly by this coaching staff. They teach you to play to the whistle, and that has been a thing tonight, because earlier tonight, the Hayes High Indians, Dylan Schmidberger on a late call.
Valley Center breaks the huddle, and the Valley Center coach is still on the sideline, wanting an ejection for the Hayes High Indians.
This needs to be this needs to be unsportsmanlike conduct now on Valley Center for the coach not leaving the field. He had the delay a game. That should be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Valley Center. So a 10-yard penalty on Hayes, 15-yard penalty on Hayes, a 10-yard penalty on Valley Center. Out of all of that, it is 1st down and 7 at the 36-yard line. This game in danger of spiraling out of control with 8:50 to go. Trio of receivers right side. Wilson to the left of Lang. It's going to be a handoff. Nope, that is not Lang. That is Wyatt Sheevy tackling Chase Ramirez. It is Chase Ramirez's first rush of the season, the backup running back. He'll pick up 2 yards to the 38-yard line.
So now a 2nd and 4 for Valley Center. They're on their own 38.5-yard line.
Hayes High fans upset. They had a player hurt tonight because of officials not blowing the whistle, and there was no penalty. And then there's a no whistle there, and Hayes High gets called for a penalty. Wilson back into the game to the right side of his quarterback. He goes in motion near side. They're going to fake the pass to him. They're going to run a wheel route. Wide open is Wilson. Touchdown. You could see it set up. Hayes High didn't recognize the wheel route out of the backfield. They worked on that play defensively earlier in the week, and it bites Hayes High for 62 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, Wyatt Lang had been throwing the ball up, and the Hayes High Indians have been able to cover it pretty well. They've been getting pressure on him. That time, no pressure on Wyatt Lang, and Larry Wilson just too fast for the Hayes High Indians secondary to cover on that deep a throw.
108 yards passing now for Wyatt Lang. He's 3 for 3 in the second half for nearly all of those yards. Extra point from Aaron Koshin. A 23-7 game is up. It is going to be good, and the Hayes High Indians fall down by the score of 24-7 now with 7:54 remaining in the game.
So 2 things going on here. 1, Hayes High Indians give up on 4 plays, 80 yards, allow Valley Center to score a touchdown. We got a player down with cramps for the Hayes High Indians, and Kyler Kinky is walking to the locker room.
Hayes High just cannot get enough traction tonight. That is Chase Browse down on the field with those cramps. So a 62-yard pass play from Lang to Wilson on the wheel route, a play that the Indians ran against in the defensive drills this week, and Hayes High just did not recognize it, and Wilson blew right by his guy. And what a difference it is having Lang at quarterback, because that's a throw earlier that the starting quarterback, Parker Schrader, wasn't making. He was playing for the injured Wyatt Lang, and Hayes High down 17 with 7:54 remaining.
Well, now Hayes High is going to get the ball back with 7:54 remaining, down 24-7. Colton Schoendaler, though, out of the game. He got hurt in the first half. Kyler Kinky starts at the left guard. He walked off to the locker room here. And Chase Browse, who had filled in for Colton Schoendaler, was the one who had got cramps there on that point after touchdown. So it'll be interesting to see who the lineup is offensively for the Hayes High Indians as they come back on the field.
You know, Colton Schoendaler has been playing here in the second half. He's still standing on the sideline. Hayes High right now, offensive line-wise, is just trying to get somebody on the field that can go forward. Here's Koch to kick off from the 40-yard line. The Indians will set up a return in the middle of the field. Brown will settle underneath of it at the 3-yard line. He'll have a right hash return 15. Try to get out to the 15-yard line. Break containment. He gets out to the 20, 25, watch out, 30. He has one man to beat. That's the kicker, 40. He's at midfield, up the left sideline. Hayden Brown at the 20, 10, 5, touchdown. And a late penalty comes out on the field. 97-yard kickoff return is it wiped off. The official threw the flag when Hayden Brown was coasting into the end zone.
Hayden Brown had hesitated, couldn't really figure out where he wanted to take a lane. Looked like he might go down deep, but the patience allowed for the Hayes High Indians to break up the Valley Center coverage team a little bit, but that flag.
Block in the back, Hayes High. There's no way they were going to let that play stand. "97-yard kickoff return wiped off." That will end up being, all told, a 72-yard penalty and minus 6 points. That would have made it 24-13 with an extra point to come. So Hayes High will have the ball at the 28. Indians get a break on a kickoff return of 97 yards. There's just not a lot you can say.
And so we've got Trey Van Pelt in there. Colton Schoendahler's coming in. Dante Blackman is in there.
Hayden Brown was coasting in the end zone. I formation for Hayes High from the 28. Brown under center. He's going to keep it himself, look for the option, pitch it late to Markley. Markley is going to get hit back at the 25-yard line, and Hayes High right now looks beaten. They just got a 97-yard kickoff return brought back. They've got a player injured on a non-whistle earlier, and then a non-penalty on the hit when the whistle did blow. Ball back to the 24-yard line, so it was a loss of 4 on the play. Hayes High Indian football brought to you by Commercial Builders, Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, G&L Tire and Automotive, and Whiskey Creek.
Brock Loomis in there. He's a sophomore offensive lineman coming in, 5'8", 153 pounds.
Double wing look, Palmer Hutchison to throw, the wide receiver pass, looking down the field, flag on the play.
And they're going to throw a flag.
2 more flags come in, so is there pass interference potentially, but a flag at the line of scrimmage. Well, more to sort out. Now the official needs to know there's 2 flags down by the catch. Indian football brought to you by Homesteel Siding and Windows, Next Tech Wireless, Redeem Designs, NCK Tech, Commerce Bank, James Motor Company, Leon's Welding and Fabrication, and Eagle Communications.
Chase Sprouse coming back in the game after getting a little bit breather to get cramps out of his legs. So Chase Sprouse now back in with Dante Blackman, Trey Van Pelt, Colton Schoendahler, and Logan Schulte in there on the offensive line.
So apparently there are 2 penalties, but what are the penalties? That was on a wide receiver pass from Palmer Hutchison. Now the coach is the official's going all the way over to the Valley Center sideline to talk with Caleb Smith, the coach for Valley Center. The ball is in the hands of one of the officials out near the 45-yard line. That is 26 yards away from where the play started. And now one of the players has just been pushed back by an official out of all of this. That is Dallas Boone getting in the face of one of the officials. Now he's been walked back by a coach. And now the head official talking with an assistant coach, and apparently Dallas Boone is being ejected from this game. So Dallas Boone has just been ejected. There is another flag thrown. So there are now 3 flags on this game, and Dallas Boone, the outside linebacker for Valley Center, has been ejected. We still don't know what the previous 2 flags are for. We know Dallas Boone said something, and my guess is it's one of the magic words, and you don't say that on the field, but especially to the official. And now the officials getting the attention of Caleb Smith, the Valley Center coach. We have another delay on the game. So right now there are 3 penalties. We don't know what any of them are, and the ball is nowhere to be found. Valley Center feels like they're being wronged some way here. Hayes High has no idea. I don't think anybody has a clue what's going on right now. We've had no word to the press box yet.
Valley Center's coach, I think, has been called for unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, and I think he's going for a second one.
Well, they had a player ejected. That's Dallas Boone. And so they're writing down the ejection there. He will have to sit part of the next game because this happened in the second half. By the way, the score is 24-7 with 6:46 remaining. Valley Center with a 17-point lead. I told you this game was dangerously close to spiraling out of control. It took 4 plays from there and apparently has. The officials still talking this over.
And really what the officials need to do is get this thing figured out and let's get this game rolling. Tempers are high on the Valley Center sideline. Valley Center players are getting hot. The officials be well served to get this possession called, get these penalties called, and get this game moving.
Now the officials are talking to the Hayes High players, and that's probably more about all of the penalties and what is accepted and what's not. There's at least 2 live ball penalties and then the post-play penalty on the sideline and ejection. By the way, McPherson wins tonight 62-7. That was a 62-0 score over Circle at halftime.
This game's not moving that fast.
No. How about this? With 5:23 left, Garden City leading Liberal 28-7. Liberal scored on a 28-27, excuse me. 28-27. Garden City leading Liberal with 5:23 left. Liberal picked up a fumble and scored a touchdown, but got their PAT blocked. All right, so here we go. I think we're going to get an explanation from the official.
The ball started at the 23-yard line.
Personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct on Valley Center. He's been ejected. We still don't know what the first 2 penalties were. It would appear a couple of pass interference, the post penalty as well. And so Hayes High is going to end up with, and then a second unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, it appear, and Hayes High has the ball at the Valley Center 46-yard line. 1st and 10, Hayes High down 24-7 with under 7 minutes to go. Shotgun formation, back to pass is going to be Brown. Under some pressure, watch out, rolling out to his right. He looks for somebody to go down the field. He's going to throw, it's going to be incomplete. Contact on the sideline, officials say no pass interference. Brown lucky he didn't get planted back at the 50. Throws incomplete. He's thrown 19 times tonight. He had thrown 34 all year.
Okay, so the second play of this game, the Hayes High Indians now have it 2nd down and 10 on the Valley Center 44. Dustin, this possession started after the penalized kickoff return started back at the what?
That's right. The drive started at the 28. Hayes High had a kickoff return for a touchdown from Hayden Brown of 97 yards taken off the board. Hayden Brown, wide receiver right, Palmer Hutchison left, tied into the right side, Mason Ibarra on 2nd and 10 from the 46-yard line. An option play, handoff Becker. Becker's going to get hit. The freshman dropped in the backfield, and now a player comes on late and piles on. Boy, this thing is chippy. And the officials need to get control and control quick. It's a loss of a yard back to the 47.
Yeah,
3rd and 11.
Yeah, both teams are fired up, but on that particular play, as well as the last one, the Valley Center defensive line and linebackers are pursuing the ball well, and they've dominated the line of scrimmage on the last 2 plays.
Valley Center somehow feels wronged out of all this. I'm not exactly sure how. 6:05 to go in the game. Hayes High down 24-7. It's still a 3-possession ball game out of all this. Van Pelt takes the spot at the ball on the left hash of the 47-yard line. 3rd and 11 for Hayes High. 2 wide receivers right. Shotgun formation for Hunter Brown. He's got it tied into the right side as well. Play action pass. Hunter to throw. In some trouble. Rolls out to his right. Running away from Gillen. Throws. Gets jumped on. Throw a flag. Hunter Brown gets planted in the backfield. Pass goes incomplete, it would appear. Hunter Brown gets jumped on by the defensive end Gillen. No flag there. Hunter Brown wants a word. Incomplete pass. 4th down and 11.
And that's Patrick Gillen again. Again, pressure on Hunter Brown, making him scramble and trying to throw the ball to the outside.
So 4th and 11 with 5:41 remaining. Brown got rid of the football, and then he got pounced on after that. There's a lot of people who are going to leave this game upset tonight. 5:41 remaining, Hayes High down 24-7. 4 wide receivers for Hunter Brown on this 4th and 11 play. Valley Center brings a blitz on the outside. Brown time to throw, looks down the field. It's going to be incomplete, intended for Keaton Markley, and the Indians lose the ball on downs. So out of all of that, Hayes High ended up with a 97-yard kickoff return called back because of a penalty. A player ejected 2 plays later, 30 yards of penalties, and Hayes High unable to score. They give up the ball at the 47-yard line of Valley Center. And into the ball game at quarterback comes Parker Schrader, who started the game at quarterback, now in for Wyatt Lang. There's been a lot of questions tonight. Wide receiver left side, Jaron Carter in for Valley Center. They're going to start playing some other players. Handoff, second man through, and there's Hayes High's Palmer Hutchison with a tackle. The carry by Chase Ramirez goes out to the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 2.
Well, I thought
49-yard line.
I thought it was going to be interesting to see how the Valley Center coaching staff played these last 5 minutes and 16 seconds. Obviously, they were fired up after the successive penalties there. It was going to be interesting to see if they left a number of starters in there and tried to air the ball out with Wyatt Lang just to show the Hayes High Indians something. But it looks like calmer heads are prevailing. Valley Center just trying to run the clock out here and get out of here with a victory.
Hayes High right now also got a long bus trip back. A lot of bruised and banged up bodies. 2nd down and 8 after the 2-yard run. It's a toss to Wilson. Wilson trying to break it to the left side. Gets taken down after a 1-yard gain. Hayes High will make the tackle. Some tired and slow bodies getting up. Hayden Brown with the tackle. Gain of 1, 85 yards on 25 carries for Larry Wilson, but he scored 2 touchdowns tonight. And it'll be 3rd down and 8 for Valley Center. They are 0 for 2 in the second half on 3rd down. Clock runs at 4:20 remaining, 24-7 Valley Center. They're going to go to 5-0. Hayes High will drop back-to-back games for the first time this year and fall to 2-3, barring an absolute miracle. Schrader under center for this 3rd down play. Ramirez is the running back. He'll get the carry, hit the line, and be driven backwards. That was going nowhere quick. Hayes High got down around the ankles. Tackle's going to be made by Logan Schulte. 2.5 tackles for loss for the big offensive and defensive tackle. Loss of 1 on the play. Back to the 48-yard line.
Okay, now Hayes High Indians are going to get the ball back here with at least 3 minutes left on the clock. They do have 3 timeouts left.
Tavian Kramer out to return the kick. Valley Center missing a player on the offensive line of this punt. Koch will punt for a 3rd time tonight. Play clock down to 10. Valley Center in no hurry to punt this one away. Koch waits till the play clock goes down to 5. Calls for the football. The punt is up, and it's a shanked one. This barely gets past the 50. Takes a big Hayes High bounce, though. Hunter Brown looked at it, thought about picking it up. That takes a huge, Valley Center bounce, and they flag now on the play back at the 40-yard line.
That was like a 7-yard punt that rolled 22 yards.
Well, what's the penalty? Will Valley Center get the football back? Both sides holding their breath. Personal foul. Hayes High. And it's Valley Center's football. 3:02 remaining, 24-7. I didn't see the back end of the play. I don't know if it was roughing the kicker or what, but the official never gave that part of it. And the official still talking this over. Well, We've got 3:02 to go, and it's a 24-7 game. Hayes High penalized for a 6th time tonight. The 15-yard penalty will give Valley Center apparently a first down at the 44-yard line. Nope, it's still going to be 4th down. It was 3rd down and 11, and they got a 15-yard penalty. So 4th down and a half a yard, and Valley Center will end up punting again. Hayes High trying to figure out what it's all about. All right.
Interesting that Valley Center would try to punt again.
Well,
on 4th and 1.
I think they understand here the volatility of this game late. And so Koch will kick again. Hayes High does not have anybody back to return the punt. Now Kramer will run back, and now the officials from the far side run in. And what do we have? If the penalty is after the kick, that is a change of possession. When it leaves the punter's foot and it's not a roughing the kicker, that's a change of possession, and it's Hayes High's football. And so Caleb Smith, the Valley Center coach, is out at the numbers again. At this point, nobody has a clue what is happening right now. It's 4th and 1 out of a 15-yard penalty on 3rd and 11, 4th and 11. No clue. So Koch to punt, Kramer to return. This punt is going to get away, and the Kramer's going to get hit as he's catching the ball. Where's the flag? There it is. And now Wyatt Sheevy gets dropped by a player. Wyatt Sheevy gets hit by a Valley Center player, Brennan Ricks, a junior. There's no penalty there.
Yeah, Wyatt Sheevy was tackled to the ground as he was going back to pursue the punter, and there was no holding there. So
Tavian Kramer, as he's making the catch, he gets run into. The catch was made at the 6. We have hits, just an absolute lull, and just tough part of this game. 2:54 remaining, each team with 3 timeouts. Who knows, they might both use them all. The official says personal foul, Valley Center. Hitting a defenseless player, and so now Valley Center will boo the officials. And then half the team starts. Now, credit Aaron Koch here, the punter. He is also the middle linebacker. You don't see that much, middle linebacker and punter combination, but he is going around to the rest of his teammates telling him to knock it off. All right, so the ball is at the 21. There is still 2:54 to come down off the clock. Hayes High down 24-7. Indians 2 wide receivers left, 2 to the right. Lane Becker, the freshman, in for Dylan Schmidberger to the right of Hunter Brown. Throws a screen pass to Sheevy. Sheevy hit. He's going to get dropped shy of the line of scrimmage, taken down at the 19-yard line. Loss of 2 on the screen play.
But we at least played it down a football there. We're actually back to playing football.
And the clock is running. That is the 2nd catch of the year by Wyatt Sheevy. It will be an interesting weekend for a lot of people involved in this game. Mason Ibarra, wide receiver right, along with Hayden Brown, Sheevy and Markley to the left. Indians really banged up from this game. Makeshift offensive line, some guys not playing, Markley in motion. They're going to option the play to him. Ball's on the ground, and Hunter Brown falls on top of it.
Wow, that was a... Markley was coming back around to grab that ball, and just really Hunter Brown and Markley never really connected. Now the defense was back in the backfield, but that was just a bad handoff. No connection there between Hunter Brown and Markley.
Ball back to the 14-yard line, so that's a loss of 5.
Graydon Mayfield's going to come in. It's going to be, what, a 3rd and 17, this looks like?
Yep,
maybe 18.
3rd and 17. Hayes High 2 of 10 on 3rd downs tonight.
1 minute, 35 seconds left.
Mayfield and Brown, wide receivers right, 2 wide receivers left. Shotgun for Hunter Brown. Markley again goes in motion. Snaps the ball after he goes by. Hunter Brown, it's a draw play. Brown gets taken down. Ball up to the 14-yard line.
3 and out, minus 7 yards on that possession.
No gain on the play. And Logan Clark will come in to punt the football away with 1 minute and counting in the 4th quarter.
Now the clock's rolling. The play clock just started, so 24 seconds can roll off here before the Hayes High Indians have to punt this ball.
Hayes High is going to fall to 2-3. Go to Dodge City next week. Valley Center 5-0. They travel to Goddard Eisenhower. Hayes High is going to let the clock click down to about 5 seconds on the play clock. The ball back to the Hayes High Indians punter Logan Clark. Nobody back there to receive the punt. And it will roll dead and eventually stop at the 43-yard line.
Valley Center will have 20 seconds left. They'll need to run one play. My guess is they'll just go to a knee and walk off the field and get these players and coaches away from each other for the rest of the evening.
Yeah, there's a handshake line to be had here in a little bit, and I imagine that will be a contentious one at best.
Oh, yeah, they'll do their job.
Hopefully cooler heads prevail as that goes on. So, tough night for the Hayes High Indians. Things look promising early. They drive down to the 20 but do not score on their opening possession. And now the Hayes High Indians fall to 2-3 on the year. A knee going to be taken by the Valley Center Hornets, and that will finish things off. Hayes High got it back to 14-7 at halftime. They're outscored 10-0 in the second half. Valley Center is going to improve to 5-0 on the year. For the Hayes High Indians, they are going to drop to 2-3. This is a tough one for a lot of people, Kurt David. There was a lot of outside forces, and I'm not talking about one thing in particular, but there was a lot of emotions in this game, and a lot of them turned negative for a lot of people involved tonight.
Well, I think what the disappointing thing to me about this loss is, the Hayes High Indians, started off strong, then they went through a lull there at the end of the first quarter and beginning of the second quarter, then really turned it on defensively, and forced Valley Center into mistakes. Hayes High Indians go in just down by a touchdown at halftime. They come out at the start of the first half. They get a good offensive possession. They stop Valley Center on their first possession. But, there were a couple injuries there in the first half. Dylan Schmidberger, Colton Schoendaler got hurt. And then you really began to see some of these injuries take fold and really take control of the game. And I know, Dustin, you've been going to practice all week, and you've noticed some players getting banged up. And what's really, I think, got me concerned about this game isn't the loss and the manner in which it happened and the battle between the players and the unsportsmanlike penalties and the personal foul penalties and the coaches getting excited. I think what really disturbs me here is we're beginning to see the wear and tear of a Hayes High Indian team that starts as many as 8 players going both ways. And you're talking about having to go to Dodge City next week to play a Western Athletic Conference opponent, a Western Athletic Conference title race that's still out there, potentially for the Hayes High Indians to gain. And then they'll play McPherson, who we know is going to be tough. And you were hoping that Wamego and Abilene were going to be games that really look like they're winnable, but we're going to have to keep our players healthy the Hayes High Indian players healthy, and it doesn't help when you've got so many players starting both ways.
Hayes High falls by the final score of 24-7. Hayes High back on the road in 1 week. On Friday, they travel to Dodge City and their final Western Athletic Conference game of the year. Valley Center improves to 5-0 for Gabe and for Kurt David. I'm Dustin Armbruster for Hayes High Indian Football.